Yes, and also, if they give me all the food I need, what the heck would I need money for?
For other stuff.
But if I was a Gorgie, I couldn't play video
Depends. Are
games.
you a giant awakened corgi or a regular one?
Well,
If I,
awakened corgis can still live on trees.
and also, an awakened Gorgie can still play video games.
Yes, but an awakened corgi might have other wishes than just food.
Oh, now that you talk about wishes, maybe I should be like a genie, but not bound to a lamp.
Wouldn't isn't the don't genies just grant wishes to other things?
Pretty much.
Oh yeah, that's true. That would suck.
Yeah.
That was Jafar's underdoing. Don't be Jafar. Underdoing? Undoing. So everybody's a tomato.
Yeah, I'm not
Who's
sure
a
what I
tomato?
walked into.
Everybody.
I'm not.
I'm a tomato. You're a tomato. We are all tomatoes.
I'm not. I'm a pepper.
What color?
Get him, he's different.
Yellow.
Oh, I kind of want to be a solar. And then I'd be like, yeah, sure, I can control the weather. I'll give you good weather if you pay me. Oh, sure, I can heal all your wounds and remove all your sicknesses and all stuff. Just pay me for it.
So you would be a pit fiend trapped in a solar's body.
Yeah.
Okay. I
Completely
can make the weather.
irrelevant.
Sign on the dotted line
Uh,
where it
If-
says your soul is now mine.
when you mentioned pepper, I just realized, is fat pepper called a belly pepper?
Yes. Now it is.
Confusing.
Maybe I'm gonna close the door.
Okay, so Rav will not be joining us today because he's not feeling well, so we might as well start. If it's all the same to you.
But
Yeah, I don't mind starting. It's not like I'm pushing any second agenda.
Oh, okay. So, anybody remember what transpired last week?
I got a gloriously large piece of cheese, and that is
Yes.
the only fact that matters to me.
Well, first we
Not
met
even
the.
that your goblin friend has slain a hill giant?
That was amazing.
That was also amazing,
And we
but the
met.
cheese was my new companion.
Fair enough.
are you gonna dress it into a teddy bear costume?
Where do you find one that fits? And also, what happens when you eat the cheese?
Do you just spontaneously eat your adventure companions?
These are questions I wasn't prepared to answer.
If my companion was cheese, I could potentially spontaneously eat them.
Spontaneously.
Yes. Anyway, so yes, we met the bronze dragon called Felgalus, aka Philip Galapagos. He was friendly and very curious about giants and stuff. Then we one day met a hill giant and some ogres and bugbears, and we killed them with great tactics and grace. The people I mean, we didn't save any people, but we saved their stuff, and then we had a funeral, and then we adopted a sheep, one sheep, and then we went to Helmshold, and talking. Then there was a Sarah Dalgor. Dane liked her, and we went to hunt the frost giant with her. Then I killed it, and it flew away from me. It was glorious. And then the wagon shield was found.
Yes, and then you are just about to enter the city of Neverwinter, which is where we left off.
I am looking for bathhouses.
So just so you can orient yourselves a bit. Neverwinter, fairly large city, seen better times, but it's in an upswing. Large parts of the city had been destroyed, but are in the process of being rebuilt. Not by giants, but by a volcanic breakout that happened about 50 years ago.
Oh, I thought you meant it's not being rebuilt by giants.
No, it's not being rebuilt by giants, it's rebuilt by humans and whoever else happens to live there.
But it also wasn't destroyed by giants.
What time of day do we arrive?
You arrive around noon, early afternoon, because you went from Helmshold. You went after the giant. It was very early. Didn't take all that long. And Helmshold is not very far from Neverwinter, so it
Well,
should be early afternoon.
I guess we should start out by finding an inn that we will meet at tonight if people want to go off and check out the city alone.
Sure. There are plenty of inns. You can take your pick.
Let's
there-
pick one that doesn't have a weird name like the smelly old dwarf. What was it? Old dirty dwarf.
The old smelly dwarf. And
Yeah,
an old
are-
dirty dwarf. I
Are
think
there
it
are
was.
there any that offer communal bathing facilities?
Probably. If you look hard enough, you will probably find one.
Well, that's what I'm looking for.
Okay.
That was a strangely specific request. I will ask around with the villagers or citizens if
well,
they
this-
know where.
The city's
Where
famous
to
for
find
its
one?
for its hot springs.
Makes sense that we would enjoy the local sites, I guess. Though looking at hot springs is probably fairly boring.
You don't look at hot springs, you soak in hot springs.
Yeah.
You're probably able to find some spa type of inn.
Now, is this cheese wax sealed, or should I not bring it into the tub with me?
It is wax sealed.
Oh god.
I
But you
will.
still probably shouldn't bring it to the tub.
However, have you eaten some of it?
I've dug a hole out of the center.
Yes, so obviously the hole is not wax sealed.
It is not sealed.
Yeah, but that's where I was gonna sit.
Oh,
Ines, like the wheel
Doesn't
float
the-
around.
doesn't cheese expand when it soaks water? It
Uh,
might
Not
get
if it's-
stuck.
Not
I
if
was
it's
hoping it
wax
wouldn't.
sealed.
I was hoping
Well,
it.
the hole still is like it's not sealed, and the water is gonna get in and just.
This is too dangerous. I am not gonna bring the cheese into the.
I don't think ripened cheese is
springs.
very absorbent. But if it's a hot spring, it might start melting a bit.
I was thinking a little hot spring, a little fondue.
I I don't want gnome fondue, thank you very much.
Okay. I'm.
Looking it up on YouTube, you can actually see someone who put cheese into running water and it just dissolutes.
Well, I suppose it depends on the cheese.
And the temperature of the water, but yeah, hot water might potentially damage your
Yeah.
wagon wheel of cheese.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave the cheese in my room. Grab a towel, put it around my waist while still wearing the teddy bear outfit.
Oh god,
Of course.
that's gonna take forever to dry out.
It's not an outfit, it's
I
just a
think
skin.
people is looking confused, but you pay him in coin, so he doesn't resist.
When you say it like that, it sounds slightly bad.
And of course, I'm having Derp do the same. And we're immediately heading off to the, I'm assuming, the male side of the springs.
Yeah.
I'm going alone to the girl's side. Because I'm the
Okay.
only girl here.
I don't like water.
That's a racist stereotype about cats.
I don't know, some large cats are pretty good at swimming.
Yeah, I know some couple of cats who also like water. I also
You're
know a lot of
obviously
cats who
not-
don't like water.
You're obviously not a tiger tabaxi.
No, I'm blue.
He's a house
Tigers are
cat.
not blue.
Most cats are not blue.
This is true.
Only like the Russian blue are blue. And they're not even blue, they're like gray. That's vaguely bluish.
So I'm planning on spending all day in here.
Okay, so you find a more an inn with a hot spring would probably be more upper class, so slightly more expensive and a slightly better part of town. But you managed to find one, and you spend. Some of you choose to spend all day in the hot spring.
Yeah.
What are the others going to do?
How much would it cost, by the way?
It would probably run you about, I don't know, 2 or 3 gold pieces for the stay.
Derp offers to pay for everything.
Derp.
Yep.
Is he mad with awesomeness?
Yeah, he's a hero now. A good doer.
I will definitely accept. I imagine we have something like this at home, like awesome bad stuff, so I'm happy.
I'm just floating on my back, letting my muscles relax. Maybe doing that thing where I like spit water like a fountain.
You're also. How heavy is the teddy bear suit right now?
Probably very, but
Yes,
I don't know.
very.
I'm used to it.
Yeah.
It's probably the we should worry the most about.
Yes, he seems to struggle a bit with keeping afloat.
Hopefully the water's not so deep, or that we stayed in the
I-
shallows.
No, it's not, but
Yeah, you're in the kiddie pool.
you're in the shallow part.
Would be terrible if the goblin drowned there. Would be a shame if something happened to him.
That sounds strangely ominous.
I know.
It would be a shame if something happened to him.
I
You
mean,
should
obviously,
insure him.
obviously he is going to die at some point.
Actually, that's a pretty good idea.
He might.
Insure him?
It's a big city. There might be a life insurance place.
I don't think they would do adventurers.
Oh, sure, that's just a very high premium.
Oh yes, premium would be very steep.
Like a billion gold basis.
We're having this conversation over the divider.
Yep.
While they are in the hot springs, I will be moving through the city, exploring it,
Okay.
gathering information.
Okay, so have you ever been to Neverwinter before?
Nope.
Okay.
No, we live in the real life.
So you managed to find out that the city has had many hardships the last couple of decades, and there is a fairly huge tract of empty space where apparently a gash in the earth has been sealed. But all in all, the mood is pretty good. It seems like the city is recovering, and many new people are starting up small businesses. Something like that.
How about giants? Have they had any run-ins with them, or has that been? Not yet.
There have been rumors that there have been multiple sightings of giants in the area, but none have directly entered the city. You also hear when asking around about giants, you hear a story about a frost giant who apparently was serving as a part of a group who were in charge of protecting Waterdeep back in the day. He seems to be famous around here, but you
Could I make a history check to see if I know through the Harpers who that was?
Oh yeah, sure. Actually, yes. With the Harpers, you can you could probably have an idea who he is. But yeah, make a history check.
I'll do that too.
Okay.
I'm horrible at it, but I'll do it.
Oh dear.
Wow. Consistency.
Well,
I'm gonna make a history check about Hot Springs Bathhouse Inns.
okay. So, Lazar, you are vaguely familiar with this story, but you haven't really paid much attention to it.
Okay.
Lum, you do recall that this group of adventurers who were protecting the city of Waterdeep was apparently called the Grey Hands, but beyond that, and they apparently did have a frost giant with them, but you don't really know his identity.
Fancy.
Also, what exactly are you trying to find out about Hot Spring Inns?
Nothing. I just wanted to roll something.
Yeah, you seem to remember that places with hot springs usually have many inns who would charge good coin for an opportunity to bathe in them for whatever reason. However, seeing that you are now actually bathing in one, and it's actually pretty comfortable, you can see why.
This is fun. Well, not fun. Roller coasters are fun.
What are roller coasters?
It's when you uh take a pan from the kitchen and run, I mean, not run, but slide down the stairs, and not like a straight set of stairs, but a stairs.
Okay.
That was a great explanation.
I'm
Yes.
taking complicated mental notes.
I'll also go to the harbor and inquire about the ships. Any of them going to Iron Master or 10 Towers? 10 Towns?
Hmm. Um. You. Um. You go to the docks and take a look around. You can see multiple ships. Some of them are bound due south. Some of them are going to the north. The ones going to the north, most of them are either going to. Hang on. Quickly check this. Most of them will be heading for Luskan. And from there on, probably towards Mirabar.
Okay.
You do notice one fairly exotic looking ship. It's kind of a long ship, kind of a Viking style long ship with some sort of large squid like looking thing as a galleon figure.
I will discreetly check it out.
It looks like it has been in better. It looks like it's in very rough shape, and yeah, like I said, it looks fairly exotic because it's pretty Viking style. It doesn't seem to be any. It doesn't seem to be a trading ship.
Well, unless they are going north, I guess I'll just ignore it.
What wood is it made of?
You know, I have no idea. It's wood of appropriate. Um, it's an appropriate wood for where it came from.
Did you just say inappropriate wood?
It is
Oak,
an appropriate.
cedar. I come from a place that builds boats. Actually, I think we all do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Apparently,
actually, we built ships here.
I think we used to build ships here like a couple hundred years ago.
Yeah.
yeah. So you investigate the ship for a bit, and you can see that there is a very burly-looking human with a red beard standing or walking up and down in front of the ship, apparently trying to hire people as a crew.
Well, I'll walk up to him. Greetings, my good man.
Ah, greetings.
Oh dear.
I've never noticed a ship like yours before. Where are you heading?
Ah, she's a beauty, isn't she? Yes.
Yes, truly magnificent.
Yes. To be quite honest, I'm trying to head back where I came from. You see, I was caught in a storm. and all of my crew was washed to the sea, and I drifted into this harbor.
That sounds truly terrible.
Yeah, it was.
Where are you from?
Oh, I am from a small community on the Purple Rocks.
The Purple Rocks. I'm not familiar with it.
Oh,
I must admit I'm not too familiar with the Sword Coast. I'm from further down south.
it's a number of small rocky islands in the trackless sea.
So to the north?
Oh, not north, more east, west. I'm sorry.
Ah, interesting. Maybe one day I'll travel in that direction.
Yes, of course.
I myself is looking for transport north.
Oh, north is. I hear the waters up north are dangerous.
Oh, I wouldn't know. I'm not too familiar with the sea.
Hmm. See, I was sent to investigate. We heard rumors.
Oh, which rumors?
We had rumors that we had rumors of giant longships roaming this North Seas, and apparently they are true because we almost were sank by one.
Oh, yeah. Me and my companions noticed one. It's truly incredible of such size they are.
Yes. So if you are looking for passage north on the sea, you will probably going to have to convince one of the captains to sail away from the marauding frost giants.
Well, I guess I'll just travel north by foot. I figured that I could cut off a few days by traveling by sea, but maybe it's more safe to stay underground.
Trust me, you wouldn't want to be engaged by a frost giant longship.
Yeah, I felt that handing one was enough.
So anyway, if I cannot convince you, or if you do not have interest in joining my crew so I can get back home, I wish you a good day, and maybe we shall meet again.
Yes, I wish you good luck too. And then I think I've done collecting information and I'll go back to the rest.
Okay.
I think by the time he gets back, I'm out of the tub and I've ordered masseuses. If
Okay.
there are any to order. I feel like it's a spa.
Yes, obviously, but they will probably ask you if you would like to take your teddy bear off.
my
This is my
God.
skin?
Oh my god, you can't just ask people if they would like to take their teddy bears off.
I correct them. I'm like, I'm sorry, but this is my skin.
They look at each other a bit bewildered, then they shrug and do their work.
I think it would be easier for them to believe that if you had, like, pants on top of the teddy bear.
Well, I'm wearing a towel on top of the teddy bear.
Oh,
Yes, so they try and give you a massage. It's not as effective as if there wasn't a teddy bear between you and their hands.
Yeah, it still probably feels pretty good.
Probably.
How does Mika react when someone comes in and is like, I'm here to rub you?
there cucumber water available?
You know what? There probably is. Or at least
Yay!
something similar.
Yes.
With a dash of lemon in it. And a stem of basil.
Fancy. This is the fanciest
And it's
water
probably going to cost you an
I've
extra
ever
gold
had.
piece.
This is fine. Now I have exactly 50.
You sound so rich.
I also have this image that me and Derp are just on one massage table with our feet touching.
You probably are, saving space. Yes, so as Lazar arrives back, the others are in the process of being either massaged or paying an outrageous sum for cucumber water.
I'll just shake my head and go into the hot water.
Fully
Okay.
clothed, he just walks into it until he disappears.
Never to be seen again.
Bloop, 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 bloop.
Yes, all in all, this is fairly relaxing. Are you doing anything else on the day, or are you going straight to bed afterwards?
I'm probably gonna order a really big meal.
Actually, I guess we'll be leaving tomorrow, so I should probably be going looking for some magic store.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, probably actually go to the shop.
I'm gonna do shopping tomorrow before we leave, but I probably need to get winter clothes if we're going north.
Yeah, I guess we could wait until Luskan until we buy it, but yeah, it's probably not a bad idea to get some winter clothes at some point.
Or at least,
Probably be cheaper here too.
shoes. I might need shoes if I want to keep my toes.
So I will go look for the latest winter clothes fashion.
Okay.
I'll do that in the morning.
You find a fashion outlet somewhere along the river.
Yeah, the most important is that it is cheap.
Now, there are a couple of places who look like they're selling clothes. One
Oh.
looks like a fancier type. One looks like a place for work uniforms of various kinds, and one seems like a fairly regular tailor.
I guess I'll go to the regular.
Okay. You come into the store, and there is a gnome behind the counter. And he greets you and says, "Ah, welcome, welcome, welcome. What can I do for you? Ah, I see you need clothes. Oh, yes, you need you. I see a discerning eye when I see it. I know it. You are looking for clothes.
That is correct. I'm looking for something to keep me warm since I'm going up south. Up north.
See,
Up south.
The world is upside down now.
see,
Ah.
Words and directions, you know.
yeah, see. The
They are
second
hard.
I mean, I thought this person looks cold. This person needs warm clothes. You have come to the right place. I have everything your heart desires.
Well,
What
then
would
I will
you
be
like,
looking at the clothes in my size.
There are a couple of pieces on the rack that would probably fit you. Possibly would need to be adapted for your wings.
Yeah, that's the thing. I need to find something before I can actually try it and buy it.
Like giant
Um,
muffs for your wings.
He is. He notices your wings and says, yes, we could probably retrofit some of our clothes to fit your personal needs.
Yes, that would definitely be preferable.
And then he comes up with a tape measure and says, would you mind if I take some measurements? And before you even answer, he starts measuring up your measurements.
Getting all felt up.
Well, I'll hold out my hands and wait.
So he takes your measurements and mumbles a couple of things and says, I see you in leopard print. Yes, that would go with the wings.
Oh my god, I think you found like the crazy one.
He's a gnome.
Oh,
A more
That's
traditional
racist.
gnome.
I really hope you
We
tell
have
me
a
about
gnome
this
in the group.
place.
I prefer colors like red and black, like my wings. I believe they fit me better.
Red and black.
I wear only the colors.
Yes, I'm a
my-
genius. Red and black, of course. And then he shows you a couple of pre-made pieces that look fairly warm. They are made out of yak skin fur, or yak fur. Actually, they are. It is lined with yak fur. That's the word I was looking for.
Oh, that looks warm.
Yes, it's top grade yak fur, straight imported from the spine of the world. They know what's warm up there.
Yes, I would assume so, since they live in such a place.
Oh, yes, terrible cold there. But with this jerkin and boots to go, no cold in the north can freeze you.
Well, I would like that outfit, of course, adjusted to so that my wings can be put through. And if it is possible, would you be able to create a pair of mitts for my wings?
Ring mittens.
Wittens.
That's just so silly.
He thinks for a bit and says, yes, that is absolutely no problem. I am a master tailor after all.
And if you have some of that yak fur left, I would like that to be put on those mitts too.
Ah, yes, to keep the wings warm. But
Yes.
not warm. You wouldn't want hot wings.
Oh god. What is
Damn.
the name of this person? Just so I can avoid him.
Nice. Not rude at all.
Well, how much will he need for those things, and how long will it take to make them?
He calculates the including the materials and the extra work. It would probably run you about 10 gold pieces. It would be done tomorrow though, because sewing a pair of wing mittens isn't the most complicated thing.
They're basically just 2 sacks.
Yeah.
Well,
I have a feeling they might make flying a bit harder.
yeah, I think I'll remove them before I fly.
Probably wise.
I'd probably just pull them out when I actually feel cold.
Sounds
But I will pay him 10 gold.
He thanks you for your patronage, and he guarantees satisfaction and that he's done with all of the changes tomorrow.
Well, a pleasure doing business.
Yes, the pleasure is all mine.
And then I will leave that store.
Okay.
I heard someone else was going shopping.
Yeah, tomorrow
Yeah.
in the morning before we leave, because I probably don't need to have anything custom made or fitted, because I don't have wings.
Well, aren't you like tiny small, like
No.
for human,
Well,
for someone that's supposed to be human sized?
well, I'm like dwarven size.
Ah, okay.
Looks tall to me.
Yeah. But you are a gnome.
I'm 4 foot.
What's that supposed to mean?
And gnomes are short.
Oh, okay.
I believe, sir, that is racism.
I believe it is not racist if it's true.
What's really
Yes,
disturbing is when
I-
you find
I-
giant gnomes, but they still have the proportions of gnomes.
I don't disagree with you, but the world does. Put it that way.
So does anything terrible happen during the night? Or can I go get my winter boots?
No, there is nothing terrible going to happen in the night.
Yay! I will go to the nearest boot shop. So like
Shop?
a cobbler.
Oh, boot shop. Okay.
If Lazar told me about the gnome, I'm going to the gnome's place. I'm bringing Derp with me. But Mika was first.
Yeah, I just want to buy a pair of boots.
You can find a cobbler.
Like my size. I probably have exactly human-sized feet, but my legs are short, so they're gonna be very tall boots. But they're gonna be fine.
You find a cobble shop near where you are. Actually, you find multiple probably. Are you looking for more fancy stuff or for more?
I'm looking for the closest one, so it's
Okay.
probably a little fancier if we're in the fancy area.
Yes. You find a store named Conrad's Cobblers.
Hmm.
And inside is a red-haired human male working on some shoes.
Hello,
Oh, hello.
I would be interested in purchasing a pair of boots
Oh,
for
boots.
winter.
Warm boots. Oh, okay. Yeah, I have those. Going up north, eh?
I think so, yes. Just something that fits this foot.
Are you putting your foot up?
Kind of. I'm just pointing at it. I'm standing like a flamingo and pointing at my foot. And my
Okay.
foot is kind of gross. I mean,
Oh, you don't have any shoes, do you?
nope.
No.
I did wash it thoroughly yesterday. So it's not quite as gross as it usually is. But it's still pretty gross. And hard.
Yes, you notice him looking at your foot, and
You
he's
see
not
why
quite sure what to make of it. But he says, "Let me measure this so I can see if I have your size available."
You see why I need boots? Or shoes in general.
Yes, yes. If you are going north, you are going to need some sort of souls. And he very quickly measures your feet
Ah, tickles.
and
I don't kick him in the face.
good.
I like how you specify it.
And then he goes to pick out a couple of pre-made boots, and he comes back with a brown pair and a black pair, and another brown pair that has that is obviously also lined with fur, which has a fur rim.
Ooh. How tall are they?
They are
Because
They're
I would
actually-
probably prefer a pair that doesn't go over my knee.
oh yes, he picks the ones who are most suited to your proportions.
Yes, great. I think I like brown.
Okay.
So brown bear, please.
Yes, with the fur attachments or without.
Well, I'm used to not wearing shoes. So if I take the furry one, they're probably gonna make my foot way too hot. So the other pair, please.
Okay. And he leaves them for you to try them on.
I will put them on. And they probably feel like shoes and a little uncomfortable.
Yes. He says,
What a-
"Oh, these are an excellent pair. They are high quality leather, and after you break them in, they will serve you for many, many, many years."
It will take some getting used to. But I do not want to lose my
Well,
toes.
I suppose if you're not used to wearing shoes, then that is correct.
How much?
A gold piece,
I will give him
because he
a gold.
doesn't have to change them up in any way.
Thank you very much, good sir.
Thank you for your patronage. I hope you will have lots of fun with your boots. in the
Yes,
long-
hopefully. I'm on a pilgrimage. Do you know where I can get a winter coat?
A winter coat?
Well,
Hmm.
a coat. Any kind of jacket, really. Anything
Ah,
with sleeves would do.
Yes, there is
actually.
there is a tailor near here at the river. Gnome, very good, very good man.
Sure. I'll go there. I know a gnome.
Yes, so you go to the tailor,
Yes.
and Sir Burr, you were also on the way to the gnomish tailor, right?
Yeah, I've got a few things to get done.
Yes, then you are probably going to arrive before Mika, because it is the same tailor, obviously.
No, there's not multiple gnome tailors.
There probably are, but
Well, I'm gonna enter the shop and say, greetings, honored artisan in Gnomish.
he
Nice.
surprised, but then he says, "Ah, I see you speak the Earth's tongue. Greetings, greetings. Ah, let me guess, you have come in search of clothes."
This person is such a psychic.
You know,
How does he know?
I'm just gonna be taken aback for a second because this is exactly what I needed. Of course. Also, I need some modifications to my skin.
He looks at you slightly perturbed.
Is there a private fitting room we could go into?
Yes, yes, please follow me.
Okay. I will go into the room and I will take off the bear suit, and like it's almost like stuck to my skin, but as I take it off, it reveals like this muscly chest, like covered in scars, and there's a giant harp tattoo on my back. Um, my face is just completely messed up. I have like a cleft lip. My eyes aren't level. My brow's a little overfurrowed, and I'm completely bald. But I am a gnome, quite clearly. Just a horribly ugly one.
Says, oh,
Question: Are you wearing underwear?
I am wearing a loincloth.
Okay.
However, it is brown with bloodstains and dirt.
Oh yay! How do you poop?
Well, that's what I'm here
does.
for. I'm going to explain to him that it doesn't fit as well as it used to, and that I need certain modifications to make it easier to go to the
butt plug.
bathroom.
Yeah.
And I'm also gonna get Derp's bear suit better fitted. And when that's all done, I'm gonna try to get like a full winter garbing, like parka, pants,
a
boots.
polar bear suit.
Yeah. Ooh, that would be good. If he can offer that, like some way to get me like a white fur.
Well, the first thing he's going to offer is a completely new bear suit with tiger print.
I don't hate this idea. I agree to it immediately.
I think we might need to stay in the city for one more day.
Does he offer snowshoes?
He doesn't really offer shoes. He can probably make some sort of moccasin type thing.
Okay. Do you know anywhere where I might be able to buy the snowshoes and possibly like some large cross-country skis or some wagon skis that I could attach? I don't know. Let's talk clothes. I want basically 2 winter sets for gnomes.
Yeah, he can do that.
Parkas, pants, gloves.
Yes, so he's going to suggest all kinds of exotic patterns.
I will go for whatever seems the most outrageous.
Okay. So he probably is going to suggest
It's a pink tiger with black stripes.
in addition to your tiger patterned bear suit, probably some kind of pink leopard print shirt.
How is that colored?
Diluted
And
saffron.
probably a hat. Some kind of fez.
Oh, something with a really wide brim, like 3 or 4 times wider than my body.
Oh yes, as you say that, he looks at you and says, "Oh, I see, you are a connoisseur of hats." And he shows you into a room that is lined with shelves that are full of really, really, really outrageous hats.
Yeah, I have that reaction like, oh my god, it's full of stars, but full of hats.
Am I there yet?
You probably arrive somewhere during this transaction.
Strangely, Derp is picking like really serious, like normal clothes.
Yes, he's probably going to go with a regular teddy bear that's just modified, and normal shirt and normal pants, and maybe some kind of hood.
He is so boring.
And you come out with a tiger print bear suit and leopard print shirt in strange colors and a really, really outrageous hat.
A sombrero.
Like
What
a mix
happened to
between
you?
a fez, a top hat, and something that's really wide brimmed.
I don't know. I went in there and everything he said made sense. I probably talked Derp into getting like a detective's hat, like I guess a fedora, but like something that actually matched his clothes. Instead of like the
Okay.
neon blue one I wanted him to get.
Yes, he agrees to a hat, but only if it's a fairly low-key color. Because he knows that because he as a goblin is used to hiding,
Yes.
and he
Bright
seems to think
color.
that the outrageous colors would make it kind of difficult to hide.
He's most probably the most logical goblin I've ever met.
Yes. And I'm there like, what?
He was dropped on his head, but it made him smarter.
What?
Nice.
Goblins aren't that stupid.
And depends on the goblin.
They're not highly intelligent, but they are very good at sneaking, and they would know that.
I
Yeah, it's
need
just a cultural thing.
I need a jacket and a hat.
He looks at you and says, "Oh, of course, just
Oh, how much was all that?
Like $1 billion.
Well, all of that will probably run you somewhere, depending on what prints exactly you pick, somewhere between 15 and 20 gold pieces."
20 gold pieces it is.
Okay.
Don't think I'm not gonna show up with a teddy bear icon with tiger stripes.
I just want something not flashy.
Oh, not flashy. Yes. But let me guess. You want clothes.
Well, this is a clothes store, isn't it? You are a tailor, yes?
Yes. I see you're also psychic.
Yes.
Well, your psychic powers have led you to the right place. Satisfaction guaranteed.
Actually, it was the cobbler, but sure.
He looks you up and down and says, "Yes, yes, I can see you in.
I
Yes.
just want like a brown leather jacket. Maybe a light brown one. Sand.
He's a bit taken aback because he was going to suggest some kind of owlbear
And nothing
with
to-
tufts of feathers everywhere.
Something that's very easy to move in.
Ah, yes, comfort clothing. Yes.
Yes.
I think I can help you out with that. And since you are adamant about very usual and fairly innocuous colors and comfort, he will bring you some regular clothes, leather jerkin, possibly a matching shirt, some pants.
But I just want the jacket.
Oh,
Sir.
okay.
Just the jacket, and possibly a neat woolen hat.
Oh yes, woolen hat. I've got just the thing. And he goes into the room with the hats, and he arrives
Oh
back
no.
with a
Where's our sheep?
with a pink woolen hat.
Why do you think the
Safe.
hat is made out of wool?
Nah, the ship is with Dane. It's safe.
It's a woolen hat. It's bright pink, and it has bunny ears.
Yes, I like this model very much, but the color is a little. I don't know. It kind of clashes with my skin, you know.
I think it matches perfectly, but the customer's king.
You see, my eyes are kind of orange yellow. Maybe something that's about the same color as my eyes.
Intriguing idea. But luckily I thought of that. And he comes back with another woolen hat. This one is kind of a fiery orangey color. And he says, well, I didn't have the exact same model in this color, but I have something very similar. And he gives you a hat, a woolen hat with cat ears.
Well, it's not funny, but I guess it's good enough. I mean, it's wonderful.
Of course, if you give me a day, I can custom make.
Oh
Hey.
no, cats are wonderful creatures. This is good.
Cats are wonderful creatures, not sponsored by Llama.
How much for the jacket and the hat?
That would be 5 gold pieces, please.
I will give him 5 gold pieces. Thank you.
No, thank you, and remember to shop again.
If I'm ever back in this city, yes, I'll definitely come back here.
Good. Good day. So many customers today.
I will probably slowly wander into the shop as well. And after this, I'm planning on going to see something actually useful, also not potions. But you know, warm clothes are nice.
Okay, so you enter the store, probably as the others just are
I
exiting.
I just get in there, just, wondering, like, cause I have a small ball with some like lightning, a single lightning icons carved into it. Spin it in my hand and I'll look at Mika. Close my eyes for a moment, look at her again. I'm not even gonna ask.
What?
I point towards my ear.
I don't understand. What? Do you also need a hat?
I am very confused.
I'm also very confused. Why are you pointing at your ears?
You have ears, like
I've always
wrong
had
kinds of ears.
What? How are my ears wrong? That's kind of mean.
No, like your hat has ears.
Oh, yes. I wanted the bunny one,
Okay,
but the bunny one was pink.
not helping. So, I gathered that this was where I could get myself some sort of clothing for less pleasant weather.
Yes, he does his usual. Let me guess, you come for clothes, and he looks you up and down and says, And he's going to refrain from suggesting any sort of cat print.
I mean, I'm already tiger print all body, so and I'm also like somewhat like I'm not like, you know, turquoise. I'm darker blue, but no, still unorthodox color.
But he is probably going to say, I see you've shopped here before.
Actually, no, I haven't.
Oh. interesting. You have to tell me where you got your fur.
From my mother, I guess. You
Oh.
do know that this is like my skin, right?
Well,
I
you
like
say
I
that-
point towards like my snout and very very clearly like that feature. Slightly
Yes, you say
confused.
that, but between you and me, there was a gnome who pretended that a bear suit was his skin here earlier. So
Ah, yeah, he lives in it. It's basically the same thing at this point.
in any case, what can I do for you? Warm clothes?
Yeah, I would need a jacket of sort. The cape is probably not enough.
Yes. He's also going to suggest some outrageous color combinations. But in the end, you can probably get something
Yeah, like-
that is remotely to your. Um,
Like I'm fine with the tiger pattern, but pink tiger pattern is probably not very stealthy. So
Oh, stealthy. Okay, tiger pet. Yeah, I have lots of tiger pet. Oh, well, let's see. I have just the thing, and he comes back with with some sort of coat that is tiger patterned, but it's also it also has the colors are these camouflage dots and splotches like green and brown and black
I'll
with
take that.
tiger stripes over it.
I'll take that.
Excellent choice. I see. Just the second you walked into my store, I knew this guy. He knows what's fashionable and stealthy.
Out of character, I know that this is going to be a grave mistake, but I'm gonna ask him for a hat.
His
Yeah.
eyes begin to visibly shine, and he says, "Oh, good sir, please follow me." And he leads you into the room of hats.
Oh
I
God,
follow him in.
you've made a terrible mistake.
Probably, yes.
Yes, I would suggest something grand to underline your majesty. And he gives you some kind of top hat looking bright blue hat.
Okay, so are there like any like are there any Stetsons actually?
There are similar models, yes.
I'll just point to it. That one looks fun.
Yes, there is one made out of purple felt with a feather in it and a zebra pattern rim.
I would prefer one that's just not purple and just a feather.
Okay. There's a pretty standard leather looking one.
Yeah, I'll take that one. I'm as pleased as I am for your sense of fashion. Unfortunately, this more unusual color combinations might project too much fashion out of me and ruin my chance of going unnoticed.
I understand, but I can tell you that one day you will think, no, this gnomish tailor, he didn't know what he was talking about, and then you can come back, and then we will.
In the middle of his like speech, I'm just gonna cast sleep on him.
Well, he's a gnome, so let's see if it works.
On second level.
Yeah, so he's going to get at least drowsy, and he falls asleep.
I take the Stetson hat, leave him like. I asked the other, how much did you pay for your clothes?
Lum, what are you doing?
I'm asking how much you paid for your clothes.
I paid 20 gold pieces.
I will leave him 20 gold pieces.
Okay.
Take the letter station. And I'll take a. I just take on my dagger and start working on hold from my ears.
Okay.
But other than that, I then join the others. I start to understand. I look at me. He's weird. Yeah, what is that?
What is what?
You have linked something horrible in RPG Disket.
Yes, that's. He most definitely had something like that as well.
Yeah, I'm keeping a safe distance out of him.
Well, one of them was a broad-brimmed hat, similar to the one for Burr, and the other was the pink hat.
Okay, so all of you have clothes now? Some more garish than the others?
Wait, what?
I still need to find the cobbler. Or maybe.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry.
Why? Who is asleep now?
Or maybe a carpenter.
What happened while I was gone?
No one's asleep. Never mind.
Yeah, you can find a cobbler fairly easily.
Good day.
Hello. My small friend.
Do you make snowshoes?
I make warm boots.
Yeah, but you know, snowshoes. And I'm gonna explain the concept of having, like, a frame with a stringed cage that you could wear on your feet.
He hasn't really made any of those before because don't have that much snow here.
No snow in Neverwinter.
Not enough to warrant snowshoes at least.
Well, could he make them, given my description?
He could take a shot. You could probably.
Good. I would need 6 pairs.
Oh, okay. He would probably need at least a couple of hours to make those.
Okay.
To fit some of the shoes he already has to the frames you have told him.
Okay, after I make... How much? I'm gonna pay him up front.
Well, this is highly experimental, so it's going to run you another 20 gold.
I pay it. And then I head out and look for a carpenter.
Okay. Which also will be fairly easy to find. There are many small startup craftsmen.
Yep. Hello, good sir.
Good day. What do you need built?
Well, I'm headed north, and I'm gonna need some sleigh skis to put on the wheels of my wagon. And I was also wondering if you could make me a couple gnomish-sized pairs of cross-country skis. And that would be my entire order. Probably also a spare set of skis in case we have a breakdown.
Yes, that should be doable.
And I
if
will offer
you-
to pay him up front.
He will if he needs to make a sled for an existing wagon, he would probably need to have the wagon to fit them.
Yeah, I will. Well, then I'll pay him and bring the wagon over.
Okay.
And that's all my shopping.
Okay. Yeah, you will. He will do what you have told him to do, and will run you yet another 20 gold.
I have dirt. Pay him.
Okay.
Well, that's just dirty.
Well, I bought him clothes, and I'm
Yeah,
buying
that's
him
true.
skis and snowshoes.
Well, he's buying you skis.
This is true.
And after a couple of hours, all of your orders are done.
I return the cart to the stables, and I go to the inn to meet everybody.
How late is it?
Also, I'm probably carrying a giant bundle of snowshoes.
It's mid-afternoon.
Okay, so not too late to actually go and start the journey. I'm talking
Not
in a weird
really.
voice
You
because
could
my cat
probably
is here.
make it to. You could probably make it to Port Last in a reasonable amount of time. I think. Let me check. Don't want to lie to you.
We can always buy a tent.
Well, actually, Port Last would probably be about a day's journey. You could make some progress and sleep on the road, or you start your
Good.
travel on the next day.
But the inn is so expensive.
Yes, yes, it is.
Well, I need to wait because of my clothes.
Oh, seeing that as it's already the next day, your clothes are done.
Ah, okay.
But the others went shopping on the next day.
Yes. We were
Well-
not good at time management.
Not really.
We took
I-
a holiday.
I guess we could wait another day.
Are you going to pay for my room?
Derp will.
How much was the?
I think it was 3 gold apiece.
Yes.
I'll pay for Mika.
I can actually pay for my own room. I was just giving you a hard time. Isn't that what people do?
Not usually.
Oh. I must have read the wrong books.
Well, not sure which books you read.
A lot of them, actually. Can't remember their titles though.
So you are staying another night. Is that true?
Yep. I guess I'll be spending the afternoon in the springs.
Yeah, definitely getting one more soak in before we leave.
My turn might be done.
Am I the only one who seems to have another flag?
Nope.
No, it's actually Discord Nintendo.
No, I think it's a global
We are
problem.
robots.
It was better just now, though. I don't know.
Yeah, it's going from orange to green, back to orange, back to green.
Mine has been green all the time, but still I heard robots.
Yeah, and we don't like robots.
No. Bad robots.
This city is shaped like lungs.
Is it?
Just tilt your head.
It's true.
It's two sacks that
Hmm.
are vaguely connected.
That's actually not wrong.
Don't sound so surprised. I'm sometimes not wrong.
I kind of think if you took that city and put the city I live in over it, they kind of look kind of similar. Because there's a big river going through the middle of it.
Hello, teddy bear.
Just testing.
Now has tiger stripes.
I also have tiger stripes, sort of, on my face.
Okay, so you spend the rest of the day at the spa and in the inn, and possibly going around town. But all in all, your shopping is done, if I interpret this
there-
correctly.
Is there a theater or a circus
Uh,
with affordable entry?
there might be a theater somewhere in the richer part of town.
Burr avoids circuses because they keep trying to capture him.
Not at the theater, probably.
Yes.
Circus, maybe. Does anyone want to come with me to the theater?
Derp will.
Does anyone else want to come to the theater?
Sure.
Well, I guess I need to spend a day anyway, so yeah, why not?
Lovely.
Okay, so you go
No.
to the theater.
Now tell us what the play is about.
Well, let's see. It's a comedy. It's a classic. It's a classic tale of confusions, and yeah, it's like a classical comedy theater piece.
That was so good. I've only seen like
Actually, let's check how good it was.
amateur productions before, Like at home, at the monastery, we used to have like summer thing and winter thing, and there was various things. I was never very good at them. In fact, I was kicked out of one play.
That sounds terrible. Why would they treat you like that?
Well, that's because I was supposed to be a bunny.
But you had cat ears.
No, I kept messing up the lines, which I had none.
How could you then mess up your lines?
Couldn't not speak. I talked all the time in the practice. It was distracting, I hear.
I'm
Derp,
sorry to hear
Derp
that you were treated like
Looks
that.
over to you guys and goes, shh. But yeah, Derp's probably really enthralled with the play. He's like reacting the way he's intended to react, but like way like amplified.
I guess I have to hold him to his seat at some point.
Only during the fight scenes.
Oh, he wants to go defend his favorite people.
Yes, especially at the climax where it is revealed that the cobbler's son is actually the Baron's brother, who was living undercover to see what the poor people live like.
Shocking!
I had not foreseen that.
It was a complete and total surprise. Nothing like the play with the bunnies.
And probably also at the end where the Baron's brother actually marries one of the baker's sisters, because he has seen that even though they are commoners, they are good people and lovely. You know, stuff like that.
Woohoo! Derp cheers.
Yeah!
And it ends with a song about the moral of the story being that you shouldn't judge a book by its cover. So we hit all of the check marks.
It's like an after school special.
Yeah.
But it was actually informative for Derp.
Yeah, he learned.
You also notice that on your tickets there is an after-show special for a nearby restaurant for dinner.
Oh, Derp is probably dragging you by your hand that way. With the flyer in his other hand.
I guess I'm going to dinner.
Well, I guess we should use the opportunity.
Yeah, it's a fairly standard restaurant. It's more like it's a slightly better tavern that specializes in food rather than drink.
So who's here? Is there anyone from the cast?
No, there's nobody from the cast here. It's just it's probably just a marketing trick so the restaurant gets more customers.
Derp is sad.
However, many of the people who are watching the play are also going.
There's lively discussion.
Oh yes. Most people seem to think that the play was okay-ish, but nothing great.
Meanwhile, me and Derb are like, best shit ever!
Yeah, you hear lots of people say, "Oh, about the foreseeable twist that the cobbler's son was actually the Baron's brother," and stuff like that.
Are there any small folk here?
There are a couple of halflings who are apparently also watching the play.
Is there a lady halfling?
Oh no.
Looks like a family.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Never mind.
Oh god.
Let's see if there's a lonesome.
I'm just going to confiscate Burr's axe for a minute.
This isn't Burr. This is Derp.
Derb.
Oh, Derp, I'm gonna confiscate Derp for a moment.
Burr is floating in the hot spring back at the hotel,
Destroying his new fur.
wearing it in.
Some would call that destroying.
No, there were no lone female small folk, sorry, in the crowd today. However, as you are eating at this restaurant, you do notice that there is at one point, a man enters who looks like he's been a bit down on his luck, and apparently he's trying to. He's starting a conversation with one of the waiters, and you can just hear one of the waiters say, "I'm sorry, we don't take this rubbish as payment. Get out."
I will go to the man with my half-eaten plate and be like, um, are you hungry?
As you approach them, you can hear a bit more of the conversation, and you can hear the man say, "No, no, no! I swear to you, it's worth 10 gold pieces." And you can see he has some sort of coin in his hand that looks very strange. And as you approach him and ask him if he's hungry, and he says, "Yes, but this buffoon won't accept my trinket as payment."
Well, you shouldn't probably call it a trinket.
"Well, it is a trinket, but it's worth 10 gold pieces."
You can have rest of my meal.
That is very kind of you. But I don't have anything else but this.
Oh,
Coin
I'm
here.
already full. As you can see, I'm only half-sized.
Flawless logic.
He thinks a bit and says, that is very kind of you. I will accept your offer. But here, please. Take this coin."
Is it really worth 10 gold pieces?
That's what the man who gave it to me told me. And you
Well-
examine the coin. It is largely made out of wood, and there is a golden picture of there is an inlay in it that's apparently made out of gold in the shape of a goose on both sides.
Well, it's pretty fancy. So how about this? I'm going to give you 5 silver pieces for this wonderful thing. That's value I cannot verify at the moment.
While this is going on, Derp's gonna try to seduce a barmaid.
Oh god. That's not gonna work.
Okay. Roll,
Hey,
roll
you-
charisma for him, I suppose.
The question is, who is his wingman?
Wait, what?
you,
Sorry.
No.
the man with wings, then
Yeah.
Anyway, the man looks at you and says, I mean, I was told it was worth 10 gold, but I have to take what I can, I think.
did you actually pay 10 gold for this?
No,
Oh, so it was a
Man.
gift.
the man gave it to me.
What sort of man was this?
I don't know, some kind of fancy fellow.
Well,
Wasn't
he
from
sh-
here.
He should have just given you some silver.
Maybe you might want to make an insight check.
Nope, literally do not.
Okay.
Because
I can make one.
my literal
No,
flaw
not
is
intimidation.
I,
Very
believe,
wrong reaction.
I believe in people way too much.
Okay.
Especially if they're nice.
Yes. Well, he
So-
says, a man that's from out of town gave it to him, and he said that he could get 10 gold pieces for it.
But no one seems to take you up on this offer.
No.
Well, I cannot give you 10 gold, but I can give you 5 silver and 5 copper and the rest of my meal.
That's very kind.
Do you have children?
Somewhere. I haven't seen them in a long time.
Oh, never mind then. Thank you for this wonderful wooden goose thing.
Yeah, maybe you can find a place that gives you 10 gold pieces for it.
Maybe, you never know.
With that, he takes what you give him, thanks you again, and leaves the restaurant.
I'm pretty sure that's not how haggling works, but whatever.
Mika, may I see that coin?
Oh, sure. It's made of wood and there's a golden goose on both sides.
I will examine it.
Yeah, okay. Derb actually manages to catch the eye of one of the barmaids.
Oh god.
Oh, no. Oh no.
Yeah,
Are
he's
you
gonna
s-
go over and start explaining how he's a great warrior and about how he took out a giant single-handedly, and he'll like show her the bow.
She is in awe. Also, she thinks he's cute because he looks like a teddy bear.
And he will do suggestive things with the arrow.
Oh god. There's a slight chance those suggestive things with an arrow come out as, I don't know, murdery. It is a sharp object.
So, when do you get off work?
She tells him when her shift ends.
I think the worst part about this is that if he gets to make a roll, there's a 5% chance it actually succeeds.
Yeah,
Yes.
well, Derp's gonna hang around the restaurant until she gets out of work, and then he's gonna bring her back to the hotel.
Yes, but he's going to make another persuasion check.
She
She
one,
had my-
just because like oh,
Oh, okay.
That's a
Yes,
natural
it's
19.
yeah, -1. He's being very persuasive.
He will bring her.
This
Yeah.
is. That's a
He-
weird lady.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's gonna kick Cerber out of the room for the night, so Cerber is gonna have to sleep in one of your drawers.
What can I say? She thinks he's very cute, and she's not the beauty queen herself. I'm sorry to say. I rolled for her, and she is just about below average.
Did you make? Did you really did take into account the fact that most people actually are average?
Yes.
So you rolled something with a bell curve.
Yes.
Oh.
Okay. Yes, so all of that transpires and Lazar is examining the coin. Are you trying to find anything what are you trying to find out about it?
I'm just examining it if there's anything on it that might identify where it comes from.
I mean the fact that there is a golden goose on it seems to be a strong indicator that not a strong indicator, but the golden goose looks like some kind of branding.
And do I have any idea where they might have this? Is it like a noble symbol or a
Mm,
national symbol?
none that you know of, no.
I guess I'll go find the scholar tomorrow. If you'll let me hold on to this, Mika.
Well, I don't know how important that is, but sure.
What you can say with certainty is that the monetary value of the materials is not 10 gold pieces.
Yeah,
That was so surprising.
I mean, maybe he was just fooled, or maybe there's something else about it that we need to find out. I do find it interesting that someone would go through all the effort of creating this coin if it was just a scam.
It's a very strange scam also, because he was just given it. It's not much of a scam if you just give people something.
Yeah, I mean, if I was scamming, I would like find some cheap metals and melt them, and then I would just add a small layer of gold outside of it, and try to pass it off as gold coins.
Which you have definitely never done.
It's fairly obvious to you that it's not supposed to be a fake coin.
Yeah. Well, I'm curious.
Well, certainly you can try and figure it out in the morning. If you have time. We probably shouldn't spend a third night in the city.
Yeah. Well, while I'll go look for that, did any of you notice a magic shop anywhere? Because I did
No,
think I
spam
would.
going for-
Yeah. Well, we could visit it tomorrow morning.
You probably are able to find some stores that sell at least minor goods and potions.
So yeah, I guess we'll wait and visit those.
Okay.
Lum, I'm sleeping in your
So other
bureau.
than that, nothing really interesting happens on this evening. And during the night as well. Except for the strange noises that come out of Sir Burr's room.
We don't want to talk about that or acknowledge it exists.
Oh, I need the silence spell.
I think we all need it right now.
Woohoo!
I need the modify memory spell. I will cast it on
I
myself.
think we need the wish spell. Just wish that this never happened.
No, this is a very important milestone for him. And also, I sleep.
Yes, but not for us, and that's the point.
I sleep.
Maybe we should just wish that we don't remember this event.
Hmm.
You are too kind.
I don't remember it because I'm actually asleep.
But like I said, other than that, nothing of interest happens during the night.
Well, the next morning I will go look for a scholar.
Yeah, I'll join him.
also do that. Try to
Okay.
break in my boots before the long walking.
Derp's already
Actually,
in the
it's
lobby drinking orange juice.
We have birds. There will be no long walking.
You can find well, there is an academy here where you might find a scholar. Also, there are many shops that specialize in antiques and strange items that might be able to help you.
Well, I guess I'll go to the scholar first. I don't expect they want as much gold as antiques.
Fair. You can you manage to get a hold of a scholarly type.
Greetings, I'm looking for someone with a knowledge of symbols. Like brands,
Mhm.
historical heraldry, maybe?
No, yes. I think I might be able to help you. What's the problem?
Well, my party and I have recently acquired this coin, and we were curious of what it could mean. And I'll hold up the coin.
Interesting. Golden goose. Where did you acquire it?
From a traveler who paid it in gratitude because he got a meal.
Did you know anything about this coin?
No, if we did that, then we wouldn't have sought you out.
Well, he did say that it's supposedly worth 10 gold. Also, it's made out of wood and it has the golden goose on both sides, as you can see.
Yes, thank you. He takes a closer look at it, and he goes rummaging through a couple of tomes, and he says, "Well, I can say with almost certainty that this is not some kind of heraldic symbol. I can't find any noble family or country who have a golden goose as a symbol. So I'm afraid I cannot help you."
I'm sorry to hear that, and I apologize for taking up your time.
No problem. Also, you might be interested in the fact that this is not a magical coin. I have checked.
Oh, yeah, I figured it wasn't magical, but it is nice that it's been confirmed.
Yes, I hope you find out what it means, if it means something.
I guess we'll leave and visit an antique store on the way to the magic store.
Okay. You can find a couple of those. Can enter the one that looks the most trustworthy.
You look trustworthy. Like, greetings.
Good day. A good day for antiques.
Yes, I believe it is.
What can I
My
do?
friends and I have recently acquired this coin, and I'll hold it up. And we really want to know more about its history.
He takes it and he takes a magnifying glass and looks at it. He says, "Well, it's not very antique. It seems to be fairly recently made. And he gives it back to you and says, "It looks like some kind of fake currency."
It's a shitty one at that if it is.
Well, would you have an idea who would use this kind of currency?
Well, it doesn't look like it is meant to pass as a real coin. I would say it's some kind of gambling currency.
Um, is there some gambling then in the city?
Hmm. I think there are a couple of casinos, but I wouldn't know any that use gambling coins such as these.
Well, maybe it's in another city.
Possibly.
I will give him a gold coin for taking up his time, and then I guess we will leave.
He thanks you for your patronage.
But the scholar's time wasn't worth it.
He couldn't tell us anything.
Can I have my coin black?
Black.
Oh yeah,
I
sure.
would like.
The scholar could just exclude things. He had the antique shop owner had at least a theory of what it was.
Yeah, you'll get it back.
Thank you. Now I have 2 pointless random things in my inventory. There's a mechanical bird and a wooden coin. I mean, in addition to a prayer thingy and incense sticks.
And finally, you make your way to a magic/potion shop.
Well, I would like to look into the inventory.
I'll join you.
They have. Well, what are you looking for? Let's start like that.
I
Looking
guess
for anything special.
if they have magic weapons, magic armor.
Do we have money for that?
Find out.
Oh,
Well, maybe if it's cheap.
we should have sold the salt and pepper shakers for the antique person.
Oh, you could do that if you want.
I think we should. Because I don't think
Yeah.
we're gonna use them for anything.
Oh, it's a
they're
small
worth-
thing, but I have to visit a humidor or some kind of tobacco shop.
You can probably find one on the way.
And maybe also the holy symbol. Well, I don't know. Maybe we'll just drop that off at the.
Yeah, the holy symbol we should probably leave at a house of nature or something. If there's any in the city.
I don't think the city's big on nature.
Actually, most of the city are favorable to Tyr.
Is there a house of nature? That's like Silvanus and Miliki and
There are many small shrines, but the only actual temples that have been rebuilt is a temple to Ogma and the Hall of Justice that houses a temple of Tyr.
well, I guess we should hold on to it for a bit more.
Anyway, I run with the pepper and salt shakers back to the antique shop.
You can sell the pair to him for 25 gold pieces.
Great. I will.
I think
fix
that
the
was the-
loot. Yes.
Sold as a pair.
And I would like to buy a box of the finest cigars.
Probably not from the antique shop.
You can do that. Also, at the magic item store, they have a set of standard potions available. They have a magic short sword and some leather armor that has been that has been enchanted.
What was the first you said?
A magical short sword.
I'm looking at my companions.
I am not there.
And shrug.
Well, I guess Mika might be interested in the short sword.
Should,
From a
should we
far
go
away
ask?
distance,
Yes.
from
It's
far away distance, you hear, no, no, no.
yes, it's a +1 short sword, and the leather armor is also a +1.
And what's the prices?
Standard for I think uncommon. +1 is I think uncommon. So that would be. Let me check. Because I always forget what the pricing of these is.
Well, uncommon are valued at 101 to 500.
Yeah, so the armor would probably run you somewhere about 200 gold pieces.
Well, not really interested in armor. The one I have is already better. Well, at least equal to it.
What
That's
kind of
expensive.
armor? What kind of armor are you wearing?
I'm wearing studded.
Oh, okay.
Oh, do they have a bag of holding?
Yeah. Bags of
How-
holding are in supply.
How much?
150. Oh, hang on. Bags of holding are
Also uncommon.
also uncommon. Yeah. Then, one. He says 150, but you could probably haggle him down to 100.
Well, I'll pay 150 if you add a potion of healing.
You have yourself a deal.
Do you happen to have any other potions?
There are a couple of other potions there. Yeah. Anything you're especially interested in?
I just looking through the stock. There isn't
Hmm.
really anything that's like I'm just yelling at that I need.
Well, you find a couple of potions. Aside from potions of healing, obviously. You find a potion of hill giant strength. A potion of speed. And a potion of invisibility.
How much is the hill giant strength and the invisibility?
The hill giant strength is 100.
Hmm.
And the invisibility is.
No, sorry, not invisibility. Speed. I don't need invisibility. I have a spell for that.
The invisibility is a bit more.
Yeah, I need the speed. I just
Oh yeah, the speed
Brain fart.
is very rare, so that would be expensive.
I'll take the potion of hill giant strength.
Okay. That is 100 gold pieces and will set your strength to 21.
Wonder by the way, what is burst strength?
What strength?
17, I think.
Ogre strength?
Burr.
Bear,
Burst strength.
oh, yeah. I
Sir
think
Burr.
16 or 17, I think.
Let me check.
I just realized I had to fix my bag of healing to a bag of holding.
Strength is 15.
Bag of feeling?
Yeah,
I'll,
bag of healing.
Oh, healing,
I'll get back to Burr,
not feeling.
hand him a potion as a gift.
Slightly weird.
If we meet something really big, drink that.
Got it.
Yes, he hands you a bottle with a transparent liquid with something swimming in it that looks suspiciously like some sort of giant fingernail clipping.
I take
tastes
it.
just fine.
I take it without question. Plum wouldn't poison
That's
me.
good. I'm 95% sure that you will not be poisoned.
No,
That's
it's a quality
pretty
potion. But if you think about it, it's pretty disgusting.
No shit.
Well, now that I have a bag of bag of folding, I guess I should be picking up a tent that's large enough to hold all of us.
Ooh, get a yurt. They're really easy to set up and they're big. You can put it in the wagon.
Alright, we do have a. I almost said dragon.
We have a
That's-
wagon that's got like skis, a big piece of cheese, a sheep.
Are you keeping
Oh,
the
yeah.
sheep?
Actually, I'm gonna take the sheep and go looking for a sheep farm.
I'd probably be outside of town.
That would be outside
Probably.
of the walls.
So maybe after we leave, we keep an eye out if we see a farm.
A sheep might be a good cold weather scouting mount for me or Derp. It blends in,
I think a goat would be better for that.
probably. I mean, obviously.
I think the sheep would be happier with a farm family.
Yeah, it probably would make a good battle mount. As they tend to run away.
Yes. What is that gray area, by the way?
What
It's
grey
just-
area?
The gray area in the map. Is it just rock or is it water? Because if it's water, it's kind of dirty.
Where?
Right beneath Burr's spot.
I think
Oh.
that's water.
Oh yeah, that's a lake.
You.
It's probably a warm lake, too.
I completely missed it. Why is this here?
That is well, there was
Natural
a chasm that
disaster.
has been torn open when a nearby volcano
Huh.
almost destroyed this 50 years ago.
Must have been
Natural
fun for the occupants.
Yep.
They just got done sealing it.
Oh, maybe now that we're here, we should think about getting yaks to pull our cart.
How much were his cigars?
Oh yeah, you get your cigars.
Though I don't really know how.
They weren't terribly expensive.
I think we need to go further north to get yaks.
Yeah, you would probably have an easier time to get yaks somewhere around Luskan, probably.
Well, then I guess I'm done in the winter.
Okay. It's still fairly early. You are fairly confident that you can at least make it to Port Last.
Yeah,
Oh, by the way, did you acquire a map somewhere? Maybe.
To
yeah.
the
no,
cartographers.
I guess I'll buy a map when I'm buying a tent.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, you buy a map that is surprisingly just about as accurate as the one that I made. So,
I think you could use party funds for the map and the tent at least.
yeah, the map and the tent will probably run you somewhere along the lines of 1 to 5 gold pieces. depending on how good the map is.
Well, we shall see when you actually draw it. This will decide how much we pay for it.
If it's as accurate as this map, probably a lot.
Yeah, this is true.
Yeah. It's maybe not all that high quality, but all the important stops are there. So let's call it 5 gold for the map.
That was neither 10 or 20.
Yes, I know. It doesn't matter.
I'm pretty sure this is not how math works.
And the tent?
No, including the tent
It's 5,
would
including the
probably
tent.
be 6 then.
Okay, 6. That sounds reasonable. I will adjust the group loot. Since this is beneficial to all. Also, oh yes, we need to buy more food for our stupid chicken horses.
Oh yes,
And also yourselves.
that's true. You
That
procure
can...
meat for your X-Peaks.
How much meat can we get for 55 silver?
More than enough.
Great. I will remove that from the group loot.
No, leave it in. It's not. It's not very much, so we'll hand wave it.
Sure. And also food for the human-like creatures. Indeed, human-like. None of us is human.
I believe the term is rations.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm probably just gonna get bread.
I guess we are just called humanoid.
Yes.
Yes. Also, I remind you that you have a wagon wheel-sized wheel of cheese.
I'm pretty sure nobody is allowed to touch that.
Maybe
Just
we are.
say.
But unlike some people, I don't plan to live on just cheese.
Well, that's why I'm
This is
buying
also
bread.
true.
A sensible choice.
Yeah, apparently we are not going to be allowed to touch it. It's going to have enough time to mature enough to get its own intelligence.
Oh god, no.
It's not that kind of cheese.
Awakened cheese.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
I'm reminded of
I'm
the
pretty sure
baked watermelon.
I'm pretty sure I have eaten enough cheese in my life that any awakened cheese would immediately try to take revenge for its brothers.
Oh yeah, that's what would happen if we awakened the cheese.
Yeah.
It would go on a killing rampage.
It will become a vigilante.
Yes.
Freeing cows
Justice for the
and
cheese.
killing
You buy your
people.
final rations and chickens for your X-Peaks. And then you decide it is time to leave Neverwinter further north.
Yep.
To go further north. And you travel along about a day. And you can already see Port Last in the distance. Or at least you can see something that looks like a huge column of flames where Port Last is supposed to be.
Oh
Hmm.
no!
It's always nice.
Oh, what is happening?
Well, it's burning.
Burning?
That is absolutely not good. I guess we should be heading at that direction.
We need to hurry. Maybe we can help people. But also, maybe we should leave our wagon and chicken horses out. Also, did we happen to find a farm for the sheep?
Oh, yeah.
I imagine it's fairly easy to get rid of a sheep when you give it for free.
Well, it's like we just saw a herd of sheep and we threw our sheep over the fence.
Yeah, that's probably what happened. And the farmer is going to be very confused where the fully mature sheep.
So
Oh,
actually came from.
they are multiplying, cloning themselves. Oh no!
He's
Oh
going to call
no!
it Dolly.
that's good. But yes, we should not take the wagon into the burning town,
No.
city.
I mean, well, I'll
As
get
you-
it close enough. I don't want to have to walk for miles, but
As you get
Yeah.
closer, you can see that apparently what's burning is the shipyard or dock.
So not the whole city.
No,
Oh, that's a relief.
yeah, but they might be
Well,
being
you don't see
invaded
it.
or.
you don't really see what's happening because there is smoke and fog covering most of the coastline on
Okay.
this particular day.
Pulling the wagon off to the side of the road, covering it with branches.
Tying up the axe beaks.
Putting extra foliage over the cheese.
Well, then I guess we'll be heading into the city.
Are we taking Derp with us, or should he stay and guard the wagon?
He should guard the wagon, I think.
Derp agrees.
It's a noble mission. You are protecting the cheese.
I'm fine with not going into a battle. I mean, I'm fine with no battle.
Well, it might not be a battle, it might be a natural disaster, which are actually worse. Because they cannot be solved with words or swords.
Well, it depends on what kind of nature it is.
He's gonna ask
Everybody's
Lazar
worried.
if he can put him in a tree. You know, overlooking the wagon.
Ooh. Then if we die,
Okay,
he's
so
gonna
who's
be
going
stuck
in?
in
I'm
there
just staying.
forever.
I think everyone except Derp and Dane are staying. Are going in.
Okay. Yeah, Dane is going to protect the wagon as well.
No.
Are you maybe implying that Dane doesn't trust Derp?
Possibly. Also, for some reason, he has been very quiet and pensive
Oh.
over the last few days.
It's
Oh,
probably-
I figured that was just because he was a dwarf.
Yeah,
I
while they're
think it's-
alone, Derp's gonna go into complete detail about his night.
Oh god!
Oh,
Oh god! Oh god!
I have never been more happy to lead to walk towards a burning dock than I am right now.
Yeah, I thought we were done, and then she flipped me over like a griddle cake.
Why?
Oh god!
This is gonna get very lewd. If you want me to answer.
It was just discarded.
Yep, X-Guard.
Okay, so you approach the small town. It's not walled. It's just a settlement with a small dock. And as you approach, you can see that the dock is burning, and you can see that a bit out from the docks there is a very large longship anchored or just moored there. And as you approach the town, you can hear and actually feel a bit very heavy set footsteps and many deep voices. And as you approach, you can see multiple giant-looking figures in the fog.
The axe is coming off the back, and I'm running directly at them.
Now, would these look like hill or frost or cloud or fire giants?
These are frost giants, and there are many of them. They
Is
are
the
in,
ship the same one we saw?
they are in the process of completely ransacking this town.
We must help them!
The giants?
No, the people!
Okay,
What
that makes
is
more
wrong
sense.
with you?
Give me a perception check.
How many are there?
That's what you're perceiving.
I'm just running forward.
I have a very bad feeling about this.
I know how many thieves they have.
May the force be with you.
Okay, Lum. Well, all of you can see that there are at least 5 to 10.
We can take down at least one.
Lum, you have much better eyesight than the others, and you can see more clearly in the fog somehow.
Globby eyes.
Not counting the ones that have remained on the longship, you are fairly confident that there are at least, well, not at least, you are fairly confident that you count 20.
How far away is Bear right now?
He is in the process of charging in. You can reach him if you want to.
Full sprint is 90
Um,
feet.
Okay, I'm gonna move. I'm gonna run. Then I'm
Actually,
gonna do the extra 30.
he will outrun you, but you might.
No. I'm gonna do that as fast as I can, and then I'm gonna cast sleep on a Bear. And I am doing this on 3rd level.
He can probably not outrun your sleep range, so you can.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, he's also got that burst of speed thing.
Yeah, which adds 30 feet.
It's not
Do you have
enough.
more than 35 hit points?
Yeah, I do.
Well, then you are not asleep.
Or not?
I have more than 25 hit points. 35.
Yeah, it was shit roll.
However, this makes me rage.
Oh, fuck.
Sleep rage! Well,
I really don't think we should engage them.
What do you think I'm trying to do? I'm running against them and trying not to engage. Come on. This is
Burr!
no-
Stop! Stop, Burr!
Reckless.
I don't think you can count it later. It has to be.
Yeah, I think it's true that I have to declare it before.
Yes, you do.
but this whole action is reckless.
That is true. Yes, none of those will hit. So,
Not
Bird
even
charges
the
in.
25?
It's not reckless. Because I didn't
Oh.
declare it before I attacked.
Yes, of course, the crit would have hit if he would have declared the reckless. But he charges in, and the giants are spread out, and through the fog, the sight between them is impaired. So,
They
The one
feel
you attack
something
is pro-
slightly brush up against them.
the one you attack is probably going to feel that something brushed his leg, and he's going to look around if he sees what did it. And I'm assuming you're not hit and running, but trying to just stand there and clobber at him.
I roar.
Oh, excellent.
You're making this very
Ah,
easy for the giant.
I guess it's initiative.
Yes.
Before initiative, I'm going to yell, "Focus on the people! For helping, not killing!"
Aw,
I'm a tomato.
that's an amazing fall.
No, it's not. It's a perfectly average 4.
If no,
It's a perfectly average 4.
I
Accept your perfectly average 4.
fours are never average. Look how glorious it is.
It doesn't even look like an upside down chair.
But, it looks like a fish that has been cut in half.
Fortunately, it is slow.
Yes.
As
The frost giants are
Fuck.
very.
I think there should be like a rule that if you roll 0 on your initiative, then you don't get to act on the first turn or something. Because that's like not only are you like slow as fuck, but you are also even more slow as fuck. Yeah, that's true. You get to act only every other turn because you're in like 50% slow mode.
That's just
Well,
mean.
technically, the punishment for a 0 is having to act last.
Well, that's not even a punishment at times. And seriously, against like some spells, it's technically better to go last.
If you are a lone monster against a group of adventurers, you are probably going to be very lucky if you get a turn. I mean, not in this case probably, but
In general,
Hopefully,
yeah.
we might surprise.
possibly. In any case,
All crit.
I'm going to start at Burr, who is roaring and attracting the attention of. Let's see.
75 giants.
No, I think there was only 20 because someone rolled a 20 on the roll, so I'm pretty sure he's got an accurate count.
Yes, 20 is an accurate count.
Yep, but the 50. How many did I say?
Hmm.
75?
The
So
55
you roar and you
are
attract the
coming from
attention
out
of
of
an
town.
additional frost giant. But Burr, it's your turn.
I am going to recklessly attack. Oh, one hits, I hope.
Yes, one hit. It is taking 7 points of slashing damage. You nick his big toe.
Oh, as a bonus action, I'm downing that potion that Lum gave me.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
So what's that
So
make
it's
my
the-
strength?
And your strength is now 21. That means that's a +5 modifier.
Gravity!
Oh,
Yeah, so,
I drank it after I swung.
Yeah.
Just suddenly remembered. Oh shit!
so you'll have +3 to hit and damages.
Okay.
That's my turn.
I was probably running after Subur. So could I reach the giant without doing much of my super speed stuff?
Yeah, you would. You
Then
also
I
notice that most of the townspeople have either fled or have been trampled.
oh no. Then it's vengeance time. I would like to pop him.
Okay.
Can I get into a flanking position?
Position.
Not on this turn, probably.
Well, it's just a normal blob then.
That's a hit.
And then I will use a key point.
Don't you have 2 attacks at this level?
Yep, but I'm doing the other one after my bonus action. Because I just
Ah,
like that.
He's trying to knock it down, I suppose.
Yep. Eepity bob beepity bob. What? What? What?
Nice. That is a hit.
So, a dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity saving throw.
and we all know just how good that is.
Yes, giants are very good at dexterity. No, he's
Yes.
not.
Especially when they roll sick.
Yes,
Boom.
he falls on his butt, and
He
then
falls
I
down.
will bob him again. That's glorious
Yes, you will.
damage. And if he would like to make a strength saving throw, just
This
for,
one I think they might succeed.
yep. This is really just for shits and giggles.
He's actually not proficient in strength.
But he has a lot of strength.
He does.
Makes up for
He might roll a 1.
or a 2. I'm pretty sure
You
2.
where I've been rolling today? No.
No. No.
Nope.
No.
He does not
He doesn't
fly, away,
away.
but still another the last one. And also, I'm using. Nah. Nope. That's it.
Not trying it again?
No, I was maybe thinking about doing a stunning strike, but it's a giant. It would probably just be a waste of a key point.
You can always roll
Or
a
his
1 on
I
Constitution.
think. So it probably would be, yes.
Yep.
It's not an automatic fail, obviously, but they are good with Constitution.
I would assume so. So it's just those.
Good.
And
Lazar,
it's on its butt. Come stab it.
it is prone.
Yeah, well, I would have shot at it, but I'd have disadvantage because it's prone.
There is another one approaching.
Could I argue that
Yeah,
it's a fucking
but
giant?
I wouldn't get sneak
You
attack.
wouldn't get sneak attack.
So I will just run over and stab it with my rapier
Okay.
while muttering the words for a green flame blade.
I mean, a brown giant is still a massive target, no matter where you are.
It's true, but you know. That is it.
So that's a total of 26 damage.
That's pretty neat.
That's good.
And then I will use my bonus action to take a few steps back.
Okay. So you
Disengage.
disengage.
Yeah,
Decent cock.
Good, good, good.
English.
Lump.
because I really don't want to be hit by this.
They were frost giants, right?
These are frost giants. Yes.
Yay for again being absolutely useless.
Come stab it with a stick.
Because I'm so good at that.
I mean, it is prone.
Nah, I prefer shooting with a short bow.
Don't you have something that could hit the other one?
I have things that can hit the things, but they like I do have spells that do damage, but they're mostly AoE, and I don't like wasting AoE spells.
Even though they are massive and you could just shatter their brains.
I presume that I can't catch both of them in the shatter.
No, not yet.
Yeah, fine. I'll just cast shatter like 5 feet above its head, so it doesn't hit the other one, like I did before.
Yeah, that's no problem. You can hit one of them without hitting anything else. Because
You should
Giant.
rename your shadow. to, like,
Isn't
giant.
isn't Shadow like Kurt half a mile away?
Can
Well,
be heard. Wait,
they
heard.
are ransacking a city.
Yeah.
I assume there are loud bangs.
I mean, optionally, I can cast Thunder Wave, which does the same thing, but just
Thunder Wave.
centered on.
a thunder wave they will hear.
Yeah.
So let's see if he makes his constitution save.
Or shoot it with short bow.
It does.
Yeah.
Is this
Oh,
careful
okay.
spell or do I have to do this too?
No, I'm aiming it 5 feet above its head, and it's longer than 5 feet taller. I convert. We have found how to counter my character entirely. Ice giants. But that was not very surprising, to be honest.
Yeah, well,
Well, let's hope.
Needed that thing
luckily,
that I do.
luckily the adventure is not called the Ice King's Blizzard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's hope we survive and get a level, so you might be able to get something else.
It depends, I look through them mostly. I mean, I'm gonna get lightning spells because that was my.
Okay,
And now I die.
it's looking pretty rough, but it's going to stand up. And then it's going to take its giant great axe off of its back. And it's going to make 2 swings with it. One for each melee. One for each within range. So one for Burr and one for Mika.
Yay.
One against Burr will have advantage because he recklessly attacked.
Oh no.
Yeah, I did like a spinning attack and now my back's to him.
Ballet.
Yeah, I overspun.
You are probably pretty light, so it's easy for you to overspin with your axe.
Oh yeah,
That is a
that hits.
27, which will, I suppose, hit you.
If you doubled my AC, it would still hit me.
And Mika, he will miss you.
Oh yeah, so badly.
Okay, so Sir Burr, you are going to take a grand total of 27 hit points halved, which is 13 points of slashing damage.
Holy shit.
I hate how it does the extra 0.
Yeah, it kinda takes away from the
Yes.
damage. Like, look at how hurt I am. Oh, you're super
The
healthy.
other giant that has heard you
You remove
is
the
going
0.
to look your way, and he's going to approach until he sees the couple of small folk attacking its
Cousin.
You're not
Okay.
small, you're just giant.
We are small.
and he's going to pick up one of
I mean-
the
Very small.
a fragment of a destroyed house nearby, and he's going to throw a boulder at
Nice, he drew us with a house.
well, probably someone who isn't exactly within the other frost giants' range. So it's either Lazar or Lum.
Yay.
Mhm. And it's going to be Lazar, because the dice have spoken.
Dice know what they're speaking about.
Yes. kill the one that looks like a human demon instead of the one that looks like a cat demon.
Who wants to kill cats? Come on.
Hey, I love cats,
Exactly.
but you look like a
Ooh.
demon.
No, I don't.
Yeah, that will hit.
I look slightly magical.
Okay. But you will manage to dodge half of the damage, which is probably a good thing. Because you have
Oh god.
a lot of damage incoming,
Oh no.
depending on how I roll.
Well, considering that you just got thrown by a house.
Holy shit. Well,
10 points of damage.
if I hadn't dodged, I would be dead.
Well, down.
I mean, he threw a house at you, so
Most people do get unconscious when they.
so I imagine it was like this:
encounter
that
a
the
house
house
in this
came
way.
at you, and you just managed to roll to the side so that when it impacted you, just where a window was.
No, I just made a matrix dodge.
You matrix dodge the house, and you're brushed by the chimney.
Oh.
And the house lands somewhere behind you and breaks into a million pieces.
That hurt. Stop doing that.
Also, before it's Sabar's turn, you will hear the one who threw the house call out to the other one in Giant. So everybody who speaks Giant will understand this.
So what?
Um,
Everyone except B.
I don't.
Woo!
And he will yell to the other giant, "What are you doing? Stop playing with the small folk."
Can I use my reaction to yell at him? Who are you calling small in giant?
Sure.
I will shake my fist adorably.
A furry fist.
Reckless attack.
Okay. Those are 2 hits.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
They are indeed rolls to
And
hit.
actually pretty decent damage. That is 10, 23, 25. That frost giant looks mighty damaged now.
Bonus action popping a
Okay.
potion of healing.
Okay.
Bloop, 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 bloop. Can I now get into a flanking position?
Yes, you can.
Then I'm just going to.
It's 2d4.
Yes, it's 2d4 plus 2.
I will just pop it 3 times. Oh my goodness, that's great rolls.
Knock 3 times on the ceiling if you want me.
What?
Twice on the pipe means the answer is no. 3 hits. For a mighty 20 points of damage.
And I also yell, "We can't kill them all, Sabur!"
And I point at the next giant.
If someone throws a house at me, could I do deflect missiles?
I mean,
Yeah,
technically-
it's a
technically
ranged
you
weapon.
can, yes, it's against every projection. I would probably rule that you can't catch it and throw it back.
Oh, only if she rolls high enough. I mean, she has to roll higher than the damage it deals.
Yeah,
Yes,
I don't
true.
think it's possible.
Okay. So
You would have to roll very high to catch the house and throw it back.
I have a feeling that I should have given this potion to Kamika instead. Literally just slug it back.
Not
Yeah.
particularly. She attacks with Dex.
This is
Well, yeah, but then she'd actually have enough strength to actually like reasonably throw it back.
Possibly.
Well,
Well, it's my turn, I think.
Yes.
I will start out by using my bonus action.
only slightly better.
Okay.
And then I will yell at him. Well, at least your mama has bigger balls than you have. And then he'll hopefully break out in laughter. The one that threw a house at me.
The one that threw the house at you. Okay. DC 14 Wisdom. Let's see. Huh?
I
Possible.
assume they are not the wisest creatures on Earth.
See if that's correct. Yes. Okay. Yes, he actually finds it very funny.
Well, at least you won't be able to attack this turn. And yeah, that's the end of my turn.
Okay. Lam.
yeah. I'm just gonna. It's probably gonna be more effective and less, taxing on my spells to just shoot with a short bow because it has rather high constitution.
Short bows are the caster's best friend.
I'm just horrible at this. Yes, indeed, I'm very horrible at this.
Yes. Even though if you had advantage, you would have hit.
Well, I can't recklessly bow at him, so
No. Sadly not.
that's my job.
Okay. Also true. Well, the giant that looks. The one giant that's not laughing. He's looking very beat up and he's going to let out a scream. And he's screaming. For Jarl Storvald. And then he's going to attack twice. Like before. One each. So Lam first. I mean, sorry. So Burn first.
Still hits me twice.
And Mika second.
Please roll one, please roll one, please.
it's another critical miss. We can't hit you
How?
today.
I mean, I don't mind for once not being beaten to almost death. But
That's 11 points of damage for Silver. And the other one will get another saving throw at the end of its turn. Which it will fail, because I think the DC was 14.
Yeah, 14.
Okay.
so it just goes on laughing.
Also, hang on. Let's see if the scream of the frost giant has a more giants.
I mean, is it really that uncommon for a frost giant to yell for whatever during a ransacking sequence?
Sequence.
Yes.
Yes.
It's not uncommon to yell that when you are engaging into combat.
Well, I mean, he's fighting small folk. Why should they care?
Because he's
probably
getting
all-
beaten up by small folk. And he's making a last
But that's-
stand.
Well, that's just embarrassing for him. He should be demoted.
He should be executed on the field, and we should be rewarded for showing his incompetence.
Yes, one of the other frost giants in the area is actually attracted to this, and
Oh god.
he's going to come looking what's up next turn.
This seems interesting.
Okay,
finish this
so
motherfucker.
bonus action, I'm popping my last potion. Then I'm recklessly attacking this screaming fool.
Oh yes, you are.
Okay.
Does he fall?
Hang on, that's 17 points of damage. He's still alive.
28 damage in total, I think.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see the first one. And that's another 11. He's still alive, though. You left him with 2 hit points.
Now Mika can do the kill stealing.
Yeah.
Yes. Mika can steal another kill for a giant. Another frost giant, even.
This time it will not be glorious because this is not a magically keyed thing. Am I flanking? So technically Sabur is also flanking, so there's no need for...
No need for the reckless attacks.
That's true, but he is a barbarian. Yeah, you are still flanking, yes. Yes, you managed to subdue it with lethal force, if you choose to.
I don't think subduing includes lethal force.
I think I'm killing it.
Yes, that's what I was trying to say.
Why would I choose to not kill the giant?
I don't know.
Because you're not a horrible person.
Okay, so yeah, you killed one of the giants. There are 19 left.
Yeah, I am aware.
2 of which are currently aware of your existence. One of which is still laughing his ass off.
I think we should hide. I yell and I run to Sabur and I try to grab him. Like a teddy bear.
Okay.
And run away.
Will Sabur resist?
If he does, I'm just gonna drop him.
Well,
I mean, he would probably wiggle, but I don't know. I think because the kill's fresh and I don't know. I don't resist.
Okay.
Great. Then I run with you to building.
There are plenty of buildings
That's a G.
that have
that's-
actually obviously already been searched, for lack of a better term.
Yes.
I say building. I mean piles of rubble.
And I will attempt to hide inside the rubble. With
Okay.
Spur.
Give me a stealth check.
Yes, let's do that.
With advantage because vision vision is impaired. Oh, nice. Sabur as well, please. Probably without the advantage because of your garish clothing.
oh god.
Okay.
Well, that's still like 13 for both if we...
What color was your hat again? Was it the bright pink one?
I think my hat's probably more like a tan, like a sheepskin, kind of milky creamy color.
But your shirt was the pink leopard print, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, if we're wearing our cold weather stuff already, then yeah, I'm in a bright pink parka.
I don't think it's
You wouldn't.
cold enough.
You wouldn't yet. It's not that cold.
Okay, in that case, I'm just in my tiger stripe, but I do have my sun hat.
Okay. Yeah, you
It's
would
probably got some blood on it.
You
I
would
think I
probably
accidentally-
somewhere around Laskin where you would probably start contemplating wearing the cold weather gear.
I think I'm super silent, but when I go into hiding, I let Sabur go, and he just stumbles.
Or it's like you go through a door, but you whack my head off the frame.
Yes, probably. What
And leave you
probably
there.
happened was you dropped him, and you didn't know that the tailor incorporated a squeaker inside of your bear suit, and you
It's
fall
the
on it
bomb.
and it makes a squeak. If that is acceptable to you.
It is, also because it probably protects me from hitting my tailbone.
Oh yeah.
So the soft thing is in your butt flap? I mean, the squeak is
It
in
only
your
makes
butt flap.
sense.
Yeah! But it also means that you squeak every time you sit down.
Yep.
This is great. I approve.
Well, Mika is stealthed perfectly, but he will have heard the squeaking, even though he just rolled a 6 on his perception. But
I think it's my
meanwhile,
turn
it's his
first.
afternoon.
Did the giant have like something, like a bag or something?
You
He
can
carries a
allude it.
bag with that you have seen giants carry.
Well, can I grab it and put it into my own bag and then run?
Yes, you can.
There's probably more cheese.
And then I'll use my bonus action to hide.
Okay. You're all rolling against the 6 of the giants, so just so you're aware, your chances to hide are pretty decent.
Is it just normal?
No, you get the advantage because you don't squeak. Yeah, you managed to take cover somewhere, feel reasonably well hidden.
Lisa, come on! No, Lump, I mean.
I mean, you
He's
can
hiding
also
and
cheer yourself on
Giving
it.
himself a high five. Come on!
You can do this.
Okay, Lam.
I'm just gonna shoot it again.
Against what? Against the unharmed one that we are trying to evade? Or the one who's laughing?
Oh wait, yeah, they're both somewhere. But why are we not running?
Because we're hiding.
Because we are running and hiding.
You have
You're not trying, you're hiding.
probably noticed that most, if not all of the people who were engaged with the giant have at least tried to hide.
My plan is to first hide and then run. When
I
they run away.
I would like to fuck off.
Uh,
I will look where the frost giant is, like you know where they are. I will then turn 180 degrees and run.
Notice that the additional one that's approaching is not quite sure where to go. He seems to have heard something,
Yeah.
and the other one is still laughing.
Where is the closest tree that is not towards giants?
Well, it's a village on a fairly steep coast, but there are a couple of trees around. Just-
Is there a tree
Not
within
like forest.
90 feet?
I'm sorry?
Is there a tree within 90 feet?
Yeah.
I will run, and because I have a climb speed of 30 as well, I will just run up to the tree and hide.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I can't do it as a bonus action. It's not a bow. It's a running action.
Yeah, you managed to make it into the tree. Roll stealth to see how well hidden you are. Also with advantage because sight.
Yay.
How silent are your cat feet?
Reasonably silent. Also, you are going to beat the 6 of the giant who is looking for people.
It's just Fur who's making a lot of noise.
Squeak, squeak,
Still
squeak,
has a
squeak.
chance.
Like every time I run.
Falling on your butt broke it.
Okay. I am going to say that because Mika and Burr are hiding in the same spot, Mika is probably trying to silence Burr as best as she can.
Mm-hmm.
So she will probably manage to keep him quiet.
Yes, after
So
the
we
first
will-
initial bleep.
We'll take both of your stealth rolls as a group stealth.
I saved your ass. Sort of. For now.
Okay, so the laughing frost giant is still laughing. It's very funny. At this point, the other frost giant, having lost track of the small little ants that were running away, apparently killed one of his companions. Is going to the laughing giant and just gives him a huge backhand across the face and tells him to get up and continue the looting because the Jarl is expecting a good turnout.
Is the giant who gave the backhand? Is he a monk? So does he have to roll dexterity?
It doesn't look like a monk.
I'm gonna whisper to Mika that we need to burn their ship. And I produce my little lighter.
I was kind of expecting we need to burn their shoes.
I put my hands over the lighter like, don't make a light. Also, what if we burn their ship? They're just going to stay here and walk to Neverwinter. That's not good.
Yeah, but if we burn their ship, then they can't steal all this stuff from these innocent people. They won't be able to carry it all with them.
But they'll still kill them and destroy everything.
Yeah, but it'll give us a chance to raise armies.
I don't understand your logic.
We strand them here, then we go back to Neverwinter. And we're like, hey, there's like a giant raiding force. And we know exactly where they are and they're stuck.
What if they start walking to Luskan? I understand your point now.
But if we need to find a boat. Like a rowboat.
I'm not still sure if this is a good idea though. I understand it. But it seems incredibly violent.
Well, if we do it
Not
good, then
Killing them is also violent. I don't know what I'm talking about.
let's sneak to the docks.
Sure.
I climb in your backpack very carefully. There might be a small squeak. I apologize.
As long as it's not a fart.
Well, it was hidden by a squeak. That's why it's there.
So I will start
This
sneaking
happens.
towards
The,
the dogs.
the two giants are going back to the others and have a conversation. And after about, I don't know, 2 minutes, you can see them gathering at the docks, and one of them is blowing a horn. At which point, a rowboat is dispatched from the longship, who is apparently coming to pick them up.
I don't think we can burn their ship.
No, but if we sneak on their boat, they'll take us right to it.
I don't think I'm suicidal.
How about you just toss me into one of their bags?
I
You weigh like 80 pounds.
Yeah, but they're carrying like a horde.
Where the fuck did you
Yeah.
come from, Lum?
That's power.
I
I,
didn't see you or hear you.
You need to invest in some sanding stones.
I'm just saying that, yes, they can carry 80 pounds. Can Mika throw 80 pounds into,
Not.
into
s-
a giant's backpack, which is
Probably
reasonably high?
not. My strength is perfectly average.
It's a difficult shot to make then.
Just sneak me close, and I'll crawl into their bag. Or I'll, like, sit limply in their path, and they'll might just pick me up. Or step on me. I don't know.
I'm sorry, I can't let you do this. This is too insane.
I guess I'm going alone.
No, I shouldn't you talk to Lum first? He's going to be so upset. Also, you can't abandon Derb. This is a suicide mission.
I'll be fine.
What about the cheese?
If anything happens to me, I want you to eat that entire cheese.
What if it makes me sick?
Then remember me. I walk off towards the docks.
Oh dear goodness. I will go find Lum and Lazar.
What is he doing?
I poke my head out of the tree. What?
Your teddy bear is insane. He plans to burn the ship, the giant ship. She's going into the giant ship in a backpack.
No, let's grab him and get out of here.
Yes.
Okay, while you
I will try and get
But you're not.
first
You
on-
weren't where I was. She
Yeah.
came back to find you. I'm already.
Yes, I was just about to say, while you convene, he's on
Probably
his way to the
already in
docks.
someone's
And he's probably going to get there before you can act.
Yeah, I'm just gonna slip into their loot pile and go still.
Okay. It is going to take a while until all of the giants and loot is transferred, so you have a window of opportunity to get him back.
I have no idea how to get him back.
I recommend we carry him.
But one of us should then try to sneak into that loot pile and carry him back.
Can I table
reckon-
talk as a player right now?
Sure.
I think this is a really good opportunity, and I would really hate it if you guys used all your energy to stop me.
I have no plans to stop you.
I will talk as the GM now. If you are going on the ship, you will probably not come back.
You just want to see the world burn, don't you?
Fair enough.
He just wants to burn a boat. I recommend that 2 people go.
I'm not volunteering.
I'm already
I
in the
am-
loot pile.
I'm definitely not going there. I mean, no.
What if you're invisible?
No.
It doesn't mean
You
you
guys are
doesn't
pussy
mean
as
you would outright die, but I wouldn't see a way how you could come back in a timely
Swimming.
fashion.
Well, I plan on jumping off the boat after I set it on fire.
I cast
You can try.
invisibility on myself.
Yeah, I mean, try. I will see what happens, but. Hey, Derp might be my main soon.
Where did Lum go?
Well, let's see what happens.
I'll cast invisibility and try to sneak up the bear.
Okay.
Don't scare him.
Let's see.
I'm gonna hide
I
in
have
a
to
tree.
go across a couple of times to get all of it onto the ship.
I will go back and check that cheese if there's something that calls insanity in it.
No, it's just,
First Burr and now Lum go completely insane.
it's just regular
Has
regular
Lum
cheese.
eaten the cheese?
Okay, let's
Oh.
see if you are still there when Lum comes here. Hmm. You are actually in the pile that's transported just as Lum comes there. So you can see him
I can't see him.
being loaded into the boat.
Oh, he can see me.
How is the loading like happening?
They are pretty much piling as much
Yeah, but
as they can.
are they chugging stuff in there, or are they like is it like a boarding blanket or something?
They're not very careful. They're just throwing it in there.
Is there a way for me to get into the ship without like, going to the water and being all?
Yeah. They are using what's left of the dock.
Okay, I'd like to try to sneak into the boat.
You're still invisible. That shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah. And then I'll just, while still invisible, just like poke Burr in a way that doesn't count as an attack.
So you see his distinctive tiger pattern.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah,
are
just
we in like
very
are we in a cargo hold now?
No, it's just a.
On the deck.
It's basically a rowboat that's meant to transport the giants from the longship to the shore and back.
I was talking about when we were on the longship. If we're just on the
Yes, you are probably going to be unloaded and stashed away in some kind of not cargo bay because it's not really a cargo ship.
it's like a longship, so I'm thinking there's a little space between the deck that you can store stuff, but
Yeah.
you can't actually go down there.
Yeah, it's a small cargo hold that's usually used for necessary goods.
Perfect size for a gnome.
No, it's
Yeah.
accessible, but yeah,
Well, if
it's just a fairly small cargo.
if I'm on the small ship and I get poked and I'm like, shh.
Burr, you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah, but you know this is the right thing to do.
Why did you have to blow off? Can't we just like cut the ropes? After like just we could have just gotten ropes of this rowboat and they wouldn't have ever gotten back into the ship. Because the boat would be gone and they would have to swim. And
We're in a harbor. I think they would find a way.
I'm pretty sure they can't fit in the normal.
Yeah, but there's wood and rope everywhere.
So
Of
there's
those giants board the rowboat and start loosening the ropes. and then they start rowing away towards the longship.
Well, I'm not
You-
doing anything until we're in the hold.
I'm. I am just. I'm just gonna just sit there next to Burr, telling him multiple times how much of an idiot he is.
I'm sitting there motionless, but I'm smiling underneath the bear mask.
How long does your invisibility last?
Mm, I'm definitely not picking it up right now.
I think it's either 10 minutes or an hour.
It would be an hour.
Oh, okay. So it's no problem for you to remain invisible until you are stashed away. Or actually, you could probably get off of the boat unnoticed when you are at the longship.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. How are you planning on getting out of there? Before we're loaded into longboat, I ask, of course.
Rat hole? I don't know.
You're not a rat, you're a gnome.
I don't know. Anyway, you want to help me find something flammable while we're in here?
Not especially.
Well, are you staying or leaving?
I'm planning on leaving and taking you with me.
Okay. I would like to search the hold for the most flammable items I can find.
Make an investigation check.
Oh shit.
You find a barrel of oil.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I'm gonna
okay,
take.
okay. Listen to me. You wait until the rowboat is here.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait till they're all loaded and they're getting ready to pack out. And I'm
And you're
gonna.
gonna become invisible the moment that thing goes off. Okay?
Yeah, well, I was thinking of cracking it open and then, like, leaving a nice trail of oil that I could light, like a fuse. Give us a couple seconds to get in the water or something.
Run out of the cargo hold.
So, yeah, I'm gonna poke a hole in the bottom of the barrel and drag it away so, like, it creates a nice little fuse path.
This is
Okay.
insanity.
Also, while you are on the ship, you are probably conversing. Apparently, their leader is searching for a legendary artifact of some sort. They are not going into detail what it is. Also, they talk about how they shall be the new leaders of the giants and some such.
Hmm. God damn it. Why don't I have like a reverse mending? So I can make a hole.
Make a hole.
Well, you said
Yeah,
that
not,
we were
yeah,
gonna
not
be
to make
invisible.
hole. To make hole.
We could just
Make a hole.
walk out and jump off. You said we were gonna be invisible.
Yeah.
So if
Can-
you want to turn
are
me
you,
invisible,
Are you strong enough to row the boat or the rowboat?
yes. Especially since I'm under giant strength still.
I actually don't know how long the potion lasts, but I don't
Also,
care.
can your arms
You would-
reach the
You would be
oars?
strong enough to row a boat.
But does his arm reach the oars?
Well, the way I'd have to do it is I'd have to pull the oars way in and then kind of do jumping jacks.
Or I'll just like lift you up
You can have him sit on your lap.
No, I don't think that's enough. I think I just literally just have to stand up holding him up.
Okay.
Okay, so if you want to
You would
invisible
probably
me,
find a way to row the boat. If you get far enough before the giants know what's up, is another question.
I think we should just light it and then jump in because taking the boat's gonna cause commotion and attention on
True.
us. So I'm flicking the
And
lighter open.
invisibility is not broken by water, just a weird hole in the water.
Yep. I flick the lighter.
Let you die.
I touch it to the end of the fuse point that I made with the oil. And then I immediately start running off the boat and jumping into the water.
Yeah, I will have had my hand on his shoulder and cast invisibility on him.
Okay. So, what's going
And
to
run.
happen is the oil is going to catch fire, obviously. It's not going to explode. It's just going to burn vigorously.
Yeah, good luck putting that out.
Giants- The giants will be in an uproar trying to put it out. And they are going to move quickly across the ship, so you are going to have to avoid them. Or you will probably take some bludgeoning damage on your way out. So I would suggest that's probably some kind of dexterity check to avoid the rising giants.
Yay.
Okay, so you make it out the hull, out of the hold, onto the deck, and just as you come outside, the first couple of giants notice that the ship is on fire, and they start yelling orders, and a couple of them start and trying to put out the fire using barrels of water, which is a bad idea, but they don't know that. And then there is a huge lick of flame as the first barrel of water is dropped onto the fire. And in the ensuing commotion, one of the giants is knocking over or is running into the invisible lava. Where would you
Okay.
like to make?
Here's my question. As he's running into me, can I hit my can I hit like my claws into him and try and climb up his leg? Still invisible because it's movement, it's not an attack.
I don't know, the claws kind of push
I
it.
think if you claw him, it would break your. You could
Because-
try and climb up.
Yeah, just climbing up because I have a climb speed.
Is he
Ah,
wearing
they're climbing.
pants?
I would make it another dexterity saving throw. See if he knocks you over, or actually that would be an athletics check to see if he knocks you over.
Can we have the acrobatics instead?
You can try and avoid him with acrobatics, yes.
Okay, thank you. I'll do that.
Or
Voiting.
you can avoid falling prone with acrobatics. You tumble a bit, but you manage to keep on your feet. You could try and climb him if you want.
And now at this point, if I'm like, at this point, I'm just like, I'll just run a bit from between his legs, not looking up.
I
I'm
would
just-
like to try to knock him over the side.
No. Why?
Okay, never mind. I'm gonna jump over the side and start
Just like a
swimming to
distant.
shore.
Why? Why? Why?
I'm just happy that they're putting water on a grease fire.
But they don't know what's burning.
Do they even know that oil isn't very good with water? Benson.
Let's see how intelligent frost giants actually are. Some of them might, but not really.
Just keep swimming, swimming, swimming. Just keep
Yeah, I'll
swimming.
jump down to the water.
Yes, you're not actually sure if that will actually sink the boat, but it will at least destroy the cargo.
And possibly give them a terrible headache.
Possibly. And they're probably going to have to defend themselves in front of their leader. How that could happen. Okay, so you jump in and you're swimming. So swim.
I don't think there's.
Oh dear.
Yeah, 'cause I'm not good at this at all.
You can use the bird as a floaty. He does have a squeaky in his butt.
I rolled an 8 and an 18.
It is full of air.
Subur is very good at this, unsurprisingly.
If I
Lum's
notice
struggling.
that Lum is drowning, I will circle back and
Lum is
Okay.
struggling.
No, okay, so is there fish?
Oh yes.
I will cast Ice Knife on the fish and use my bonus action to launch myself 10 feet up in the air and move 10 feet forwards and yell. Okay, not yell, but loudly enough that Burr probably notices me. Halp. This is the best way to utilize the attack.
like an Olympic swimmer, I immediately turn around like
I start making
the flippy thing.
I make myself in the shape of a fish and I start making dolphin sounds.
Yes, well you are visible now since you.
Yeah, I'm very aware, but I'll. Yeah.
So,
And then when I splash into the water, I will cast invisibility on my turn again.
I will go to the hole in the water and
Yeah.
make sure it's not drowning. And I will drag him back to shore, where the
Yes,
others
the
are.
The hole in
you,
the hole in the water will inform you during the entire swim what a fucking idiot you are.
Come on, that was awesome.
with the bears.
No, it wasn't.
You managed
Water.
not to drown.
Okay.
So we climb back on the dock, wet. And we look at the others.
I look at you with wide eyes.
As the ship's just burning in the background.
That was slightly insane.
Yes, actually, have you started eating the cheese?
No, we have not. And also,
as was Cerberus will.
Well,
I
actually-
stated the cheese was for me alone.
Creed.
Well, I guess I will be looting the city.
Nice.
You better hope I don't realize what you're doing.
Yeah, me either.
We're
Because
gonna
I'm
have
gonna
another
be
trip to
I'm gonna
the
be
shore.
going around the city like trying to patch up things, like remove the dead from the streets.
I think instead of doing that, I think we should probably move out before they have like, idea of hello, there might be other people here.
You do notice that the ship is still afloat, still burning but moving. Apparently, they are managing to keep the sails from burning.
Viking
good.
funeral! That's not actually how they bury people.
And
I
you
like
can also
the,
see that apparently the sea itself is burning a little, so they probably have managed to
Oh no!
There's like a hole in the ship and it's leaking oil.
remove the oil barrel somehow.
Please tell me at least one of the frost giants has terrible burns.
Probably.
Burn.
Probably the one that removed the barrel.
Yeah.
Burn.
Brr.
Which probably also was the weakest one of the strength rules with the frost giants.
I'm gonna shake like a dog.
Okay, so Mr. Lazar is looting the city.
Well, grabbing what bit I can from destroyed houses and stuff.
Yes, most of the valuable things have been taken. You do find one. You do find the body of a man in one house that looks
Valuable.
like he's not from here, because his clothes remind you of the ones that Mika used to wear,
I'm still wearing them.
or still wears.
Well, I will be pulling him out. Mika,
What?
do you know this guy?
Why would I know this guy? Who is this guy? I walk there.
He's wearing the same outfit as you.
Oh no.
You do recognize him, actually.
Oh
One
no.
of the monks who went on the pilgrimage before you.
Oh dear. Yeah, I know this guy. He went on a pilgrimage before me, but I don't think he's come back. And judging by this, he hasn't.
He never will.
Well, this is true. Oh dear, what was his name?
You have heard heard others refer to him as Brother Lucius.
What is he?
He's a human.
Well, I guess we should be giving him a funeral then.
Yes.
You
According.
notice that he's wearing an amulet.
Oh, I'm probably going to. Does it look familiar?
It was probably given to him when he started his pilgrimage.
I didn't get an amulet.
Well,
Well, he might have parents. I will take it and any other personal possessions he has so we can put them in a pouch and label it Lucius's stuff. And hopefully I
hasn't-
will.
he hasn't very many earthly possessions. This amulet seemingly is the only thing that he has kept. It apparently had some sort of significance to him.
Does it have any writing on it?
It does not have any writing on it. It does have a couple of.
Couple of what?
It is a small golden amulet, and the amulet itself is a golden disc with a symbol of a sun on it and a couple of hands apparently holding it. It looks pretty fancy.
Well, I'll take it so I can give it back to his close people when I get back. And then I give him the proper burial of my people.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know exactly what that is, but
First, you put the body in a catapult.
we launch them off the cliff we live on. Into the sea! With a white cape.
Like an evil
Stone.
Knievel suit.
And stones in their pockets, so they sink. No, actually, I don't think we have a catapult.
No, there is no catapult in this town.
No, I mean, in my monastery home, there is no catapult
Oh,
either.
no. Also, no.
I'd
Might
say
be a
we're a
ballista,
peaceful.
but no catapult.
Yeah. I almost said that we're a peaceful group, but not really. We're just non-weapons of mass destruction group.
Okay. So, also before you find the Brother Lucius's body, you will probably scrounge various trinkets with a net worth of about 100 gold pieces. Please.
I will add that to the group. And then I guess we'll go back to the wagon, and I will be pulling out a big sack.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Oh yes, the sack. Hang on.
Well, I was able to grab this.
The giant's bag contains the following things. Let's see. A couple of moldy loaves of bread,
Giving it to Burr.
3 loaves of bread, moldy. Then a wooden mannequin, about the size of a human. Then a carved stone statue of a dwarf. And 6 humanoid skulls.
Oh, that's nice. Can you hear me shaking my head?
No valuables or anything?
No, that was just his personal belongings. Giant's bags usually don't have many valuable things, it's just curious stuff.
I guess he had just started looting then.
Yeah. Also, most of the valuables have been collected in a pile on the docks before they loaded them in. They were under strict instructions to bring all the valuables. Good. So, you have encountered the frost giants in Port Last, which I hadn't foreseen, but you know. And you will probably have to make camp soon, because it's about a day's travel from Port Last.
I
And
guess we could just make camp where we hit the cart.
Yeah, I suggest we go back to the road and a bit into the forest so we are not directly on the road.
yes, so you camp out in the Neverwinter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So you will take a long rest,
Putting up the
and
tent.
on the next day you will continue towards Luskan and ultimately to the 10 towns. But that is for next week. Now, since you have killed yet another frost giant, you will get a level this time.
Hey.
Yay!
Because I didn't anticipate that, but yeah, whatever. Have a level then.
If you put evil in front
Also-
of me, I will charge it.
So what? Wait, I'm magical now?
Also, during the long rest, Mika will probably notice that this amulet has a couple of that while she's wearing it, she feels a lot more
Pungent.
a lot more resilient.
It is magical.
It is magical. It is an amulet of
Wonton soup.
Where is it? It's an amulet of health. When you tune to it, your constitution score becomes 19.
Oh dear.
The next town we find, I need to get noodles.
I'm going to write it down as Brother Lucius's Amulet of Health
Okay.
because it's his, and I am still going to wear it.
Amazing, I get expertise.
Extra what?
Yeah, 2 more expertise skills.
Ah,
Yeah, I heard extra teeth.
yeah. I heard extra tea, and I was like, "What kind of tea do you have right now?
He's
And
a
what
very
are you
British
getting?
teeth.
Do
I
you
heard
have
at first.
ginseng tea?
Well, I have Earl Grey, but I am investing in English breakfast tea.
Okay.
Are you going for the prestige class butler?
Oh, yes. Yes, Jeeves, I am.
You're not even a troll.
No, I'm no troll.
I'm reminded of a certain tea drinking automaton from our GURPS game.
Oh dear God.
Who expects people to charge into a group of 20 frost giants? People.
Well, I was ready to run away.
So just because of the amulet, I get 10 more hit points. No? Yes. Yes, because my constitution modifier goes up by 2.
Modifier or the actual attribute?
Modifier,
Her
because it goes
attribute,
to
her
19.
constitution is set to 19 now.
So it's 18. It was
Very nice.
14. So that's
So it's a +4 now.
yes. So this level I get
Oh my god, of course I rolled a 1.
Are you inspecting my jewelry?
No, I was just showing off my new expertise.
Oh. Well, it's great.
For a 1, that's actually pretty good.
Yeah, I have +9.
So you should be level 6 now, if I'm not completely mistaken. Or is it 7 already?
Nope.
No, 6.
Yeah.
I'd love for it to be 7 because then I would have another dice of sneak attack.
7 would be very nice for me.
Depending on what happens until we actually get to Bryn Shander.
And it's also at level 7 that I'll get second level spells.
Second, I guess fourth.
Yay!
But you are a full caster.
Yeah, I just have a bit on the side.
What are actually the fun spells that get?
That was a pretty huge jump in your hit points there.
Yeah, suddenly I got a lot more. Like
Suddenly you
19.
might survive. Ooh, there's confusion.
I have been surviving so far. I'm not dead.
Well, I think the major difference is that Mika rolls die 8.
Yes,
But Burr
I've-
rolls d12s.
but
Yeah.
I've been taking average
Oh.
because I don't want to die.
I might or might not have pick the amulet of health for you.
Yeah, there seems to be a pattern of me being hit a lot.
Well, you rush in and you're pretty good at what you do, so of course you get targeted.
Yes, now I have.
Shattered.
Knocking down
Whisper.
giants and stuff. Of course you're going to get attacked.
I'm a speedy person.
I think for when I get my 4th level spell, I think it'll be Storm Sphere.
That's cute.
That's a nice one.
Switching one of your cantrips?
Oh, I get it.
No, it's a
I
4th
get-
level spell.
Oh. Well, I figured you might want to switch one of your cantrips. So you would have something useful against frost giants.
He has burr.
Yeah.
He can just throw burr at the problem. And I can now heal
Catapult.
I can heal myself, guys.
Oh damn.
Eh.
You need to get a spell called Catapult.
There is a spell called Catapult.
Seriously?
Yes, and it does exactly what you think it is, but I can't throw anything that weighs more than 5 pounds, unfortunately.
Well, that's just dumb.
Oh, yeah, with also 6 damage when it hits, I think.
But yay! I have gained the ability to heal myself.
Whenever I see Lazar's token, it looks like he has a giant afro. Because of the grey background.
That's really gigantic one.
An afro?
Yes, the space between the wings and the head looked like a giant afro to me for some reason. Because it's similar colored to his hair.
Well, I guess I can see that. But it's not an afro.
Yes, I know.
That's
cannot
all I
unsee
see
it.
now.
Yeah, you basically just have to ignore the hair that he already has in the picture.
Yeah. Especially when I zoom out.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course Max's token just looks amazing. Is that runes
it
on
like-
it?
They're not runes. It's
Those
just
are Footprint.
random scribbles.
Neat.
They look like some kind of footprint to me.
Yeah, either a
I know
paw
the
or a
footprint.
crown. I can't tell. But it looks cool.
Really, it is just random scribbles. But thank you. I kind of made it myself. And by kinda, I mean I did make it myself with an app.
I took clip art of a bear and then put it over the texture of tiger fur.
But it's fitting. It fits you,
Rawr.
indeed.
I'm gonna head off now.
Good.
See ya.
Yeah, this is probably a good time to say bye.
Oh,
Bye.